Welcome to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock.
Yeah!
It is Saturday, March 3rd, and yes, the cold ridiculousness of winter is passing us by. I know we're only a few weeks away from the first official day of spring season, but let's not kid ourselves, folks. It's practically here.
Whoa, jeez.
It's
Nice
still
going,
cold
Angel.
up in Spring Hill.
It is nice and fresh. It is cool, but not quite too cool. It is the perfect weather to remind yourself you don't live in Florida like we do.
We
Yeah.
always live in Florida.
Yeah, I know.
You can
It's-
never get away.
There is no escape.
I know.
You can take the Florida out of a man, but you can't take the man out of the Florida. It's impossible.
It's literally impossible. I tried passing through the state border one time, and the entire bus that I was on just like de-rezzed away from me, and I fell flat on my ass.
You zero shifted back into the domain expansion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Oh my goodness.
I hurt my coccyx that way.
Yeah, you didn't pay for the DLC, so
No,
can't
you
leave.
didn't.
But
you slammed into that
Would you
wall.
like to go to
Damn
the
it.
Steam store to
For
buy the other...
$39.99.
Well,
you
nevertheless,
can leave Florida.
no matter-
more than
When
the
you
game.
on your journey.
all right, guys. Nevertheless, no matter what the weather is, we're here for you. We are the Ravens Flock. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. I'm also the host of Wrestle Rewind, and I am the founder, the content manager, and executive producer of this channel, and we appreciate all of you tuning in tonight.
By the way, if you folks need a better look at our fearless leader, here he is.
Hey!
It's official. We are now a two-camera show.
Why, thank
And-
you.
The camera
Ooh,
is remote
fancy.
controlled, so that if we need to see the rest of the crew, you can see the rest of the crew this way.
I wish they
Yay.
could see how it just goes boop.
We
boop,
cannot
boop.
emphasize how much this has been because of you. Every cent that you put in our budget, every time that you view us, every tiny bit that the ever increasingly oppressive YouTube algorithm has seen fit to grant us in his grace to increase the size of our coffers has allowed Mr. Arouse over here to actually allow better equipment, more equipment, and harder hardware. If it wasn't for all of you, we will not be able to achieve this. So we look forward to having you around so we can continue to put it. And one day we can become a 3-camera show. Maybe even
Imagine. That would be
4 cameras.
That would be
What would the
awesome.
fourth camera be for?
That's
It
a
will
good
be on
question.
the door to the terror evangelists and lawyers.
No.
And door-to-door salesmen.
It'll be on the ceiling.
Oh, you mean he means security camera?
No. It will be especially on the floor so we can see all of our feet. It's a special
No.
camera.
I don't think
for
I'm
a
ready.
special
How
stream.
Nice argument.
I don't think they're ready for that kind of content, Angel.
Well, yeah, that's when we get there. We'll be, much bigger, and we'll be able to get away with it.
All right. Joining me on my immediate left is the man who is advocating for feet content online.
Even though he himself won't produce it for you.
It's money, damn it!
The host of Los Amigos Play, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. Thank you kindly for taking the time to join us today. As I said before, your presence keeps us going, your opinions keep us alive, and your criticisms keep us humble. So make sure to give us all of those, but more importantly, give me your money. And to answer your question, Mr. Arouse, would the pimp go out with the hose?
Yeah, sure. Why the fuck not?
I'm not throwing away the baby with that bad water. I want the money.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
shit, man.
All
We all
right.
get a cut.
All right.
Stuff.
All right. Joining me on my far left, your far right, is Dragon Fang Cosplay.
Hang on, let me.
Hey, it works. It works.
All right.
Don't hide, guys. Yeah,
It's
there we
fine.
go.
It's fine. Let them be in
You
their
almost
comfort zone.
overshot it.
I almost overshot it. Yeah.
And joining me on my far right, your far left, is...
Oh god, dang it.
Let's see. Let's did it get
We
stuck?
just got the damn thing.
Because
Nope,
we
it's-
have to experience technical issues at least once time, right?
I'm waiting
Join-
for my close up.
Yeah. Hang
There
on.
we go.
There we
There
go.
it is.
Joining us on our far right, your left, is Zayana Rose Cosplay.
Hi guys.
All right. And of course, joining me here on my media right is the host of the Black Files, my tag partner for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in all the hours behind all the videos on this channel every single week. The man who loves all things eatable, chocolate, candy, everything around him that's food is eatable. Even we're eatable. But that, my friends, is called cannibalism, and that is frowned upon in most societies. Right,
It is.
one?
Right, who?
It is?
Technically, we're actually.
out your mouth.
I'm in another. I'm gonna put the mic
I don't
down.
taste too good.
Put the mic down now.
I don't taste too good. I should see some.
Mr. Juan Arouse.
Hey.
You never taste good.
Obviously, it could be something other than cannibalism.
Why would you do this to me?
Oh, come
Thank
on.
you for
we
that
finally
introduction,
got-
gentlemen.
we
I mean,
finally
are
got
you a
proper
cannibal?
intro.
No, I'm not a cannibal.
I don't
Okay,
know.
good.
You have
Does he
experienced
look
a lot
like a
of.
cannibal?
I don't look like a goddamn cannibal, Dragon Fang.
I said, does he look?
Do I? No, I do
has
not.
No, you do not look
He
like a
has
cannibal.
experienced propensity to mentioning delicious long pork with a slight amount of frequency that some might find disturbing. But personally, I find it charming. Because listen, I'm not gonna judge. Some people have different likes. Some people have different kinks. Some people like to hunt down hobos and sell their organs on the black market on the weekends.
Jesus!
We need to be more
Angel,
accepting of those who are
Angel,
different
we
from
need
us.
Oh
duct
my
tape.
goodness.
Angel,
All right.
Angel.
Okay,
We need
this is
some
when
duct
you can
tape.
stop with
You
the
can't,
psychosis,
Angel.
Angel.
You can't stop me. The holy light of God shines behind my head.
All right.
You know I am righteous.
Let's go ahead and get back on track, folks, because we are, as always, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable all the notifications. Leave your questions and comments below, and we'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat,
Nice
and I
one.
know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you have stepped up, that you're helping the Ravens flock with this same kind of tech work that we've got here. Yeah, I've got the little remote control over here, and I'm thankful for that. But you know what? Sometimes you just need the little things, like getting a hold of a new button cell battery for this remote. Seriously, just a little button cell batteries. Those things aren't exactly expensive, but it's a pain in the butt. You guys also helped pay for the second Elgato cam link that we've got,
Thanks,
which was
dudes.
basically the only thing stopping us from being able to get the two camera setup done. And thank God it worked. I say, how freaking... Like, you were there when I was testing all this shit out. How many bricks was I shitting just worrying about whether or not this would even work in the first place?
You were about ready to punch me. You
Yes,
were
I
giving me the
was.
look of someone who was going to punch me.
Yes, I
He had
was.
so many bricks, he built a pyramid and buried a pharaoh inside.
You really got to work on the punching thing.
Yeah, I know. I need to punch harder. Sorry about that. You folks also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens flock, your favorite Motley Crew nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your feedback, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and your needs. Hey, up there to the folks in the chat, we have got Project Metal Music, Nikki Bella, Lisa Boo, Kurisi Rando-sama, Carrie C, The Struggler. Did I say Nikki Bella already? Yes, I did.
you did.
Let's see here. I said Lisa Boo, Struggler, Project Metal Music,
That's all we have right now,
let's see.
but I'm sure more are going to...
And
oh, wait.
Brandon was up in here earlier, so yay, appreciate you guys, and we appreciate you sticking with us. And seriously, we couldn't do all this shit without y'all. Seriously,
Absolutely. Listen, doing all this, setting up everything for production and streaming and getting everything together, it takes a lot out of us. And like I said many times on this channel, outside of our channel, we work straight jobs every weekday from 9 to 5.
I want
And
to
it's-
destroy things.
I wish I could work that many hours.
Yeah, some of us don't even get to work at all.
She doesn't
They're
even.
cutting
She's
my
not.
hours again.
She's not even allowed to suffer properly for the money she earns.
But we
I
still
only get
require...
like $200 per
But we
2
still
weeks.
require something to get us going through the day, whether it's our jobs or whether we want to go out there and do some sort of activity, hit the gym or go somewhere, be active, or play video games all day. We need to stay energized, and it doesn't do a body good to do it to stay active on an empty stomach.
Exactly.
Which is why we folks are very thankful to be able to be partnered with our boys over here at Glitch Energy. Every single one of us have tried out Glitch Energy's different blends of energy drinks, and in Jose and Angel's case, their hydration mixes as well. And we got Zayana Rose and Dragon Fang sucking down some nerdies over here, so we got nerdies
Which
all around.
is the best flavor.
Their personal favorites.
It is
I've got a cup
so
as well.
delicious.
I myself am enjoying the Blackberry Lemonade
Revive.
series, which Joe is also sampling. Man,
Have some nerdies.
if I may.
Yeah.
Drink some.
But yeah, folks, 0 calories, 0 carbohydrates, 0 sugars, and 0 crash.
You could just say 0 carbs. We don't need the hydrates.
Don't ruin my mojo, man.
I'm not
Let-
ruining your
let him do
mojo.
it.
I'm saying
Glitch Energy is the ideal beverage to help
Good
revitalize your bodies physically and mentally.
yeah, no.
And if you go online to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel, you'll receive a 20% discount on all of your online purchases.
Yep, check it out. So, I went ahead and went to our lady friend over here, It's Kim over in Canada, and I sent her husband a tub of Smurf juice, which is the like I mentioned earlier, the blueberry gummy flavoring here. And
It's blue, like a Smurf.
Dabba dee dabba die.
So wait, does that mean Gargamel finally won? Is this the result?
Yes, this is the result, Angel.
And it tastes delicious.
Well, you know what? That's what matters. That is, in fact, what matters, Miss Ayana. Because at the end of the day, while we do like to extol upon the virtues of this fantastic product, you know, the nutrients, the hydrates, the vitamins, etc., that's all well and good, but at the end of the day, let's not lie to ourselves. The average public doesn't care. You care about only one thing. Does it taste good? And according to the iconic rules of Mr. Shaquille O'Neal, legendary gigantic man and possibly humanoid titan in human form, if it doesn't taste good, if I don't like it, we ain't gonna sell it to you. We're not just selling this to you because we like it, we're selling it to you because we like it and it tastes good. No crappy after flavors, no bad taste, no disgusting bad feeling in the back of your stomach, and more importantly, as Joe ever so solidly puts it, zero crash. You want hydration, you want energy, you want some supplements, you could get them anywhere else. But if you want good hydration, energy, and supplements, you go to Glitch Energy. Ironically, named after something that is not supposed to be a good thing.
A glitch. Weird, right?
Yeah, what the hell? Isn't that like...
It's ironic, Angel. Don't you like irony? I thought you liked irony.
That's like selling me a hat and calling it Crown of Thorns, though.
Well, kind
Whatever,
of.
it works,
It depends
it's good,
on the
it's
hat.
tasty, and it's affordable.
Yep, damn right. Even like like Angel mentioned, the nutritional supplements that they're rolling out too. The Shield supplement, which is a nice immune booster. They also have nootropics in the AI supplement to help you with your brain power, and the God Mode one, which is apparently the secret to Roman Reigns' power because it's a
explains so
natural.
much.
It's
I haven't
an
made that
all-natural
joke in months,
testosterone
man.
booster. Well, WrestleMania is only 4 weeks away, right?
1 month.
1 month away, right? So why the hell not make a joke about Roman Reigns?
Can we get one name after Cody Rhodes? Call it the American Nightmare.
I'm pretty sure he would need to sign off on that. I'm pretty sure he owns the
Hey,
copyright
Cody,
to it.
money. And he'll be like, yes.
All right, folks.
Actually, not even the money. It's just, hey, Cody, this is a good product.
So,
We
folks,
ain't want you.
So, folks, go ahead and try Glitch Energy. Trust me, you'll thank us later. And thank you to our folks over at Glitch Energy for having us as your partners. Your drinks are awesome.
Yes, your drinks are awesome, but clearly your sense of judgment is very askew because you've decided to partner with the Ravens flock.
Shh, don't tell them that.
You need professional help.
They might develop common sense and not hire us anymore.
And speaking of tasting things that are awesome, folks, let's go ahead and get to it. Like, how many of us grew up watching the old Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
You mean the good one?
The really, really good one.
I gotta
Also-
be honest with you, I don't hate the one with Johnny Depp.
Neither do I, but
I liked it.
nothing
It's
beats
a
the classic.
different take.
Yeah, it is a different take.
But
It's a
it's
different-
fun.
It
is
works for
fun.
me. I mean.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I like
they're both good
I
ones
like
then.
both of them.
I like the fact that they
He
took the
had his
time.
own little twist to it.
I like the fact that they, advanced technology by showing the scene of him making the entire chocolate castle. That was my personal part.
That was really
And he
good.
did tell that guy, just eat the damn thing before it
Yeah,
melts.
you better
And
eat
just
it
so we're
right
clear,
away.
you're talking about the scene from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the prince is like, whatever, I live in India, one of the hottest countries in the world.
I'm
What's the
going
worst
to
that
live
could
in this
possibly-
castle.
Ah, shit.
So, guys, it's not opinion. It is a fact that both movies, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with Gene Wilder and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp, both these movies are awesome in their own rights.
And for the record, the new Wonka movie with Timothée Chalamet
I haven't seen
is
that one yet.
it's nice.
It's just not as good as the others.
What's up? They can't.
It's
hear-
just not as good as the other two.
You can say that. There's still plenty of nice magical and musical numbers in there. You clearly see the nice connections that Willie makes along the way with the people who help him out and all that jazz. And it's not very nice. I can't say it's very. What's the word? It doesn't grasp me by the throat. You know. The
is
same way that Charlie and Chocolate Factory has the scope of it and
it doesn't have the
original
same
Wonka.
flavor.
Yeah, I guess so.
You're not like on the edge of your seat, be like,
Juan sitting on the
what's
theater.
coming up
What's gonna
next?
be
You're just
next?
like, oh,
Juan sits on the
It's
theater,
good.
pulls
You
out
were
the phone.
just, gliding
I saw
through
the
movie
Willy
going,
Wonka movie.
okay.
Juan,
okay,
yeah, no,
okay.
the newest Willy Wonka movie, according to Juan, doesn't have a long-lasting flavor like an everlasting gobstopper.
So it
All the
doesn't,
candy jokes.
it doesn't have the same impact as the others, basically.
And speaking of candy,
Not
yeah,
quite.
I
yeah.
see.
And speaking of candies, with those two good movies of Willy Wonka and Charlie, like, of course, comes the marketing. Like, how many candies are do we know of came from Willy Wonka?
Fun fact, the entire
delicious.
Nerdies franchise is literally based on Willy Wonka. Their mascot is Willy Wonka in all but name.
Yeah,
Actually, yes.
The
Along with the
nerdies-
Gobstoppers candy that come from the
Yes.
same place.
which
Hello?
I am upset that they're not actually
Damn it.
Everlasting.
Yeah.
Well, that's like literally impossible. Hold on, real quick, before I forget, because we can't not shout out our inner flockers here. Goody C. Randall Sama has been an inner flocker for 18 months.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Ever loving you guys and gals, aiming for 24 months and then some. Also bring Salty Pete. I'm fiending for that salty fucker. Haha.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
as long as I'm able to continue throwing the little salt packet at the freaking cameras when I'm doing it on the Black Files, that'll be it for now. Like the problem is I literally cannot, to save my life, add any more emojis unless we have more inner flockers. It doesn't let me. I'll show you guys.
Do you want us to shit post harder? Come in bigger numbers.
We would love to shit
We would love
harder.
to. We would love to post more custom emojis. The ones that Juan made were awesome.
And I want to. I've got them ready. It's just that YouTube doesn't let me.
Remember, YouTube has become increasingly draconian in its ruling and restrictions lately, and pretty much anything can set off a very frail Jenga tower and completely destroy entire channels. So we have to be very, very careful with what we do. We appreciate the work, but I promise you, as long as we get more numbers, we can get more material.
It's literally, it does. I'll show you guys after the show.
Well, yeah, we'll
what
go
I mean.
after the show. But getting
you get
back
more
on,
numbers, but also remember, then you can dance in a banana suit.
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah.
get to, all right, guys. We're getting off topic here,
Right.
but yes, but yeah, with Willy Wonka and with Charlie and with the marketing of candy all over the place, it's not overstating to say that the Willy Wonka franchise is popular. And yes, it's popular enough to even give us the latest, newest Willy Wonka movie, despite the fact that it came off as a copycat candy making cat.
True, but I gotta be honest with you. You know what? I'm surprised that somebody hasn't made.
the whole word.
Well, they have made rights, and there's certainly plenty of candy stores in places like Disney World and such. I'm surprised that somebody hasn't tried to make their own actual candy factory to invite people in and charge them for
Or
it.
even like an escape room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would think that somebody would make
fun.
something.
Oh,
That would
an
be
actual
really
escape
fun.
room of Willy
That
Wonka would be
I
demented,
would-
but hilarious.
I would throw down money to go
Somehow
there.
it ends in
I would.
cannibalism.
Right?
Especially if we get to eat candy.
But Angel
in there.
does bring up a good point. With a popular franchise like Willy Wonka, why not have some sort of like themed attraction, right?
Immersive.
Even a-
immersive.
Even
Very
a quick
immersive.
little thing that could just last for a weekend at a time.
Like a fair.
Yeah, not even a whole fair, just like a.
An experience. An
Yeah.
immersive experience.
There you Well, apparently
Like
some folks
pop-up-
tried.
like pop-up stations or something.
Well, apparently somebody tried all throughout last month, and
Where?
in Glasgow, Scotland.
Well, that
Of
explains
course,
it.
Scotland.
If you guys saw our thumbnail, you know Jose's been sugarcoating this and sputtering you up and lathering this bitch up with syrup. But if you saw the thumbnail, you see what we're going to be talking about.
You will
It
be
was-
disappointed just as much as those people were.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the Willy Wonka Experience.
It's not the Willy Wonka Experience.
Oh, I'm
Angel.
sorry.
It's silly. It's just Willy's Chocolate Experience.
Oh, of course.
Because since this
the
isn't actually
legally distinct chocolate experience.
because it cannot actually be legally connected to Willy Wonka or any other written works by author Roald Dahl.
Spin-off.
No, it's just
Well, not really a
it's just an experience of it.
It's an
in the
experience.
vein.
It's inspired.
It's a
It's
tribute. It's
inspired.
inspired.
It's inspired the same way
doesn't-
my car accidents inspire me to have raging headaches.
So Willy's chocolate experience happened over in Scotland, and Wancho, how would you best describe the results?
It has
Wah,
spawned
wah,
a
wah.
memes aplenty.
Oh, so instead of so instead of being a nice, awesome attraction, it was just a memes to an end.
Now-
No, Jose, it's worse.
No.
Now, to be fair, memes can spawn out of good things too. In fact, many things that are good are basically the born of memes, like the entire Metal Gear series.
Ball
or,
pit.
Or ball pits.
Ball pit.
The ball pit. No, the DashCon ball
The
pit.
pit.
Like I
infamous.
said.
It is an infamous.
It is
meme.
what? No. Okay, we're gonna get to that in a minute, folks. Go ahead, Angel. Go ahead.
So, as I'm saying,
I'm trying to spit some.
memes can still spawn good things. Most of the time, they spawn regular things. A small amount of the time, they spawn out extraordinary things. And the moment that people saw the announcement and they realized that the entire poster was made entirely on AI, anybody who was a little tech savvy went, "Oh no.
This doesn't look real.
Yo.
Oh
What?
no."
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Oh yes.
So First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, no, I found it! Oh, God, I found someone actually fucking did it! Fucking yeah,
Was that a
Reddit.
ball pit?
Oh my
I'll show you guys.
Somebody photoshopped the ball pit inside
Okay,
the
we'll show you guys.
We'll show it later. Let's go ahead and get to the
First,
article.
I went ahead and I sharing the article from The Guardian for all you fine folks at home. Like, yeah, the Willy Wonka Experience is a downright disaster. That reminds me of that one SpongeBob episode, Krabby Land.
That also reminds me of all those rich people going to that one island and there's like nothing there.
Oh, Firefest.
Fire
Yes,
Fest.
yeah.
This has been the Willy's Chocolate Experience has been called the Firefest for kids.
Seriously, I'd rather get killed in itchy and scratchy land than go here.
Jesus. All right, so
it
here we
got
go.
that bad.
All right, so this article from The Guardian, this just shows you how bad this catastrophe went.
So
Headline reads...
Glasgow Willy Wonka Experience called a farce as tickets refunded.
Oh,
event-
so they got refunded. Good.
Good news,
Surprise.
they're getting
Wow.
refunded. This is by Libby Brooks, Scotland correspondent for The Guardian. All right, it was billed as a celebration of chocolate in all its delightful forms, but ended up a tragic tale worthy of an Oompa Loompa song.
The police were called to a
That's
venue in
bad.
Glasgow last weekend after
That was back on. That was last week on.
Imagine being
yeah.
so disappointing
No, this
they
week.
called the
This was
cops.
this week.
27th. Yeah,
Now, guys,
this past weekend.
police were called to a venue in Glasgow last weekend after furious families who had spent hundreds of pounds on their Willy's Chocolate Experience complained about the, quote, awful event that left children in tears and was abruptly canceled midway through.
They couldn't
Way.
even finish the tour.
Okay, this should be another giant red flag.
This is also false advertisement.
Guys,
Yeah.
can
Okay,
you imagine being so disappointing they called the cops on you? Hello, 911, what's an emergency? Those fuckers let me down. We'll be on the way right now.
Hang on a minute, guys. This is about to take a really interesting twist. Juan, tell them.
Okay, you want to know how bad this is? Hi, K-Storm. Hi. I'm. Oh, would you like to
Other way.
show the popcorn? Here you go.
way.
Oh my
I'm
God.
offering you popcorn.
Oh, you're offering me popcorn.
It's not salted.
Oh, shit.
All right. Let's go.
New popcorn maker.
Yay, we have a new popcorn maker. This should be a giant ass red flag, folks.
You mean besides the giant AI posters with fake crap inside of them?
The event organizer, House of Illuminati,
Yeah, that's a problem right there.
which
Ooh.
charged up to $35 for tickets, promised an, quote, immersive experience based on the Warner Brothers film Wonka, which charged Timothy Chalamet as a young chocolate
Oh,
entrepreneur.
that should have been the second red flag. It wasn't even the good films.
No, it's just inspired by, dude.
Inspired
It
by a
was an
not so
instant
good
hit
film.
with children and
Quote,
grown-ups over the
unquote.
festive period. So yeah, it's a family film.
Hey, you know,
Folks-
those things sell.
They sell, they make money.
Let's let Angel
Give
read
it-
this.
The event publicity.
The event publicity promised giant mushrooms, candy canes, and chocolate fountains, along with special audio and visual effects, all narrated by dancing Oompa Loompas, the tiny orange men who power Wonka's Chocolate Factory in the Ronald Dahl book which inspired the prequel film.
But instead, when eager families turned up at the address in Whiteinch, an industrial area of Glasgow, they discovered a sparsely decorated warehouse with a scattering of plastic props, a small bouncy castle, and some backdrops pinned against the walls.
Oh, it just keeps getting worse.
Oh,
It was
wow.
so bad.
Wait, go up. I want to
Oh,
see these
snap.
quotes. I want to see this pain and suffering.
Okay, let me see here. After an immediate and angry response from early arrivals who demanded their money back, organizers called for a halt to the event only hours after opening, but failed to inform later attenders, some of whom had traveled substantial distances and are now demanding their train costs be refunded too.
Good.
definitely.
They should.
A Facebook group has been set up by furious families who described their children crying with disappointment at the event, which was scheduled to run on Saturday and Sunday, and lambasted the event as a farce and organized as cowboys. Organizers as cowboys.
The police Scotland confirmed the officers have been called to the venue after... Can you imagine being a cop? And just going,
my God.
man...
All right, Delay, what's the situation? Who got
what-
shot?
What's going
What's
on
going
here?
on in this very strangely decorated meth lab?
What do you mean it's not a meth lab?
What do you mean it's not a meth lab?
That looks like meth.
Oh my
It looks
God.
like it's a place where you cook some meth.
Those children look like they've been fed meth.
No, sir, they've just been fed a single jelly bean.
Just one?
Each.
Monsters.
Oh my
God.
god.
Paul Connell, an actor who was hired by the company to perform at the event, told STV News of his shock when he arrived at the warehouse and realized that the rubric he had been given was impossible to fulfill because none of the promised props or special effects were there.
His words, quote, "My heart sank looking around. I just felt sad because I was aware of how many kids were going to be coming through. We were told to hand the kids a couple of jelly beans and a quarter cup of lemonade at the end."
Wow.
Connell said,
face.
Connell
Jeez.
said that when he asked the organizers what he should do with the script, he was told to improvise.
Improvise!
In a statement, the House of Illuminati apologized to the customers for the, quote, very stressful and frustrating day. And I'll read this. Quote, unfortunately, last minute we were let down in many areas in our event and tried our best to continue on and push through and now realize we probably should have canceled first thing this morning instead.
Yeah, they should have.
Gee,
You
really?
think?
Carbonite Stardust
If
is
you
in the
took
chat
a look
too, by the way.
around
You know-
the warehouse, you should have already known that. Yeah, let's cancel that.
You know,
You know what the
for an
funniest thing
I was going to say, for an organization that calls themselves the House of Illuminati, a little bit of foresight could have helped them.
I know, they kind of suck at this whole plotting thing.
La, la, la.
You know what the funniest thing is? What's the name of that fair that shows up in like our city every couple of months or so?
Florida State.
Florida State
Yeah.
Fair?
That is an actual Willy Wonka experience. When you
No,
think about
that's no. Which one are you talking about?
Florida State
it is
Fair.
a it is closer to the actual Willy Wonka. We got wild rides, wacky, colorful characters, more food, candy, and snacks that you can shake a particularly
Animals?
thick stick at.
This damn
Animals,
thing's
a
stuck.
cock contest. By the
Yep.
way, you see that the last time they had this like the last time I went there with Dad and little bro, they had this big warehouse that looked like they placed to be like a farm, and they had a chicken contest because you know they raise these beautiful roosters for contests, and they had this beautiful black rooster. It was a small one, but his body was Banta black.
Did you take it?
No, I couldn't.
Angel,
That thing is worth
need to-
hundreds of dollars. I'm not touching
Angel,
that thing.
if it's Vanta Black, you need to be careful.
Oh, my
Like,
apologies. What's the separate?
you're going to have to make sure that you sign off and make
Oh, of
sure that
course.
you're not taking any notes for Anish Kapoor.
Of course.
Dragonfang, make sure that you're signing off that you're not working on behalf of Anish Kapoor.
But yeah, the
My
one that
fearless
won-
leader, are you working for Anish
Oh.
Kapoor?
Am I?
Screw that guy.
You are now. I'm sorry.
No,
Screw
you're,
that guy.
So-
Screw him.
no, you're not working
Here's
for
the
him.
thing:
Oh,
the
okay.
one
Then
that
we
won,
cannot.
the one that won was this beautiful big rooster. It was massive, like the size of my torso, with white plumage that, when you look at the right way, shimmers gold in the lights of the stage.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
Take
keep
that
it.
one?
It was
keep it right there.
magnificent.
I'm
The
gonna
winner
keep it
got
there for
like
now because I actually want
$5,000
to do a
from
thing.
All right, but yeah, no.
But yeah, point in case is our state fairs are a better Willy Wonka experience than the usual Willy Wonka experience.
Yeah, no, it all comes to supply and demand. Like, you have to supply to meet the demands of the folks that you're trying to advertise for, and otherwise, how else are you going to be able to recoup the investment?
But
Exactly.
also
and this
you
fell flat.
you cannot do
Painfully so.
false advertisement and don't and this is why it's really important for people to actually kind of be able to recognize what is AI art and what isn't.
Yeah.
A lot of us can recognize AI art.
But then
And
there are a
then-
lot of people who
Yeah, so just by
can't.
looking at all the advertisements and the terrible misspelling of words.
Oh yeah, they couldn't even spell it right.
Let's not go into
Like,
that.
it was like enriching, and I'm like, that's not how you spell enriching.
Yes, it is because we're putting.
Oh yes, show
No. The fucking website is still up.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
The
Let's show you
website to the Willie's Chocolate Experience
The
is still
fucking website
Hang on.
is still up.
operational.
Let me
This
look
is
at
what-
the
now-
poster.
I will say, if
Oh.
this actually, if they were able to pull that off like
That
this,
would be impressive.
that
Would've
would
been
be
amazing.
amazing.
Now,
Okay,
show me
but
that
also-
poster. Let me
But
let me
also,
show you.
also this fucking thing is very, very eye noisy.
Look at the back. That clump looks like chewed gum just floating in the air. To the
Oh,
left.
yeah.
To the left. Up.
Up.
Yeah, right there. Look at that. What the
Yeah,
hell is that? That is not candy. That is a human brain melting.
That looks like something out of Avatar.
Also, down there, there's just a goatsy.
No.
Right? Between the two lollipops. Up. A little up. Yeah, that's just an...
There's
that
nothing Willy Wonka
Oh,
about.
that
Yeah,
is
no.
just a prolapsed candy anus.
Guys, there's nothing Willy Wonka about any of these pictures. It just looks
it's
like.
supposed to look magical chocolate.
Yeah, what is
It
this?
actually-
Avatar: The Way of the Candy?
No, it actually looks like
The way of syrup.
What was the
God.
old
Alright.
Candyland? It looks like
Candyland.
Candyland.
Okay, let me show you.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Hold on, real quick.
Like, it doesn't
Also,
even have the
D-Nice.
decency to be good AI art. It's just crappy AI art.
I'm just waiting for a Navi to show up in a Willy Wonka suit to break out a dance number.
It's just the same navis, but they all have different colors for some reason.
Okay,
And
chill
their
for
hands
a
are all
minute.
fucked up.
D-Nice and
Okay.
Carbonite Stardust are in the chat. Hey, up there, folks. Please
Hello.
let me tell me someone got sucked up a tube. Oh no, Angel, would you mind filling that in?
Yes. So the aforementioned actor whose heart sank at the horrors he was about to experience was given a copy of the script, and the script said that at the end of the thing,
the walkthrough
one
experience.
lucky guest was gonna get sucked up by a big tube. And when he said, "Hey guys, there's
There's
no
no
big
big tube.
tube,"
There's no
he
mach-
was told, "Yeah, we'll just improvise that."
So
You can't.
You're just gonna pick up someone and just like
Just
have
toss them
a
out the
random
window or
tune
something.
and just like shove
We're just gonna kill somebody and sneak them away.
It's like you can't
Maybe they should
improvise
pull down a
something
vent
like
and
that.
then just make them go up the vent.
There were two highlights in this disaster that people actually were happy to make fun of and surprisingly not screw with too badly. The first one was the Shadow Candy Maker. They invented an evil OC entirely for this attraction.
No, okay. Take a look at the thumbnail over here that we made for this. Actually, you know what? I think I pulled up a lot of the.
This is so stupid.
no.
We already have a shadowy candy maker. His name is Slugworth.
No, his
we
name is
have
Willy
one.
Wonka. No, they created an OC villain, Do Not Steal, for this fucking thing. Let me
Basically,
show you. Okay,
Yeah, there he is.
I'm gonna try to
Is
pull up
that
the
a
actual.
Doom mask?
Okay, this dude in the silver mask, they called him, I shit you not, the Unknown.
What?
It just looks like a really, really bad B-rated
It was just a
villain.
dude.
Oh no, he was hiding behind
A mirror.
He was hiding behind a
Looks like a
standing
kid,
mirror, and
Someone from Kiss.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, it looks like someone from
no.
Kiss. Kinda.
It was basically a dude in a big black robe wearing a cheap plastic silver mask, hiding behind a big mirror.
So a generic
Guys,
villain.
guys,
Yeah.
guys,
Yes.
guys. The Phantom villain from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen had a more interesting costume than this.
That's not a fair comparison. That movie had an amazing budget. They had Sean Connery. No, my dude was and he was giving it his all there, but yeah, this was not landing. And the other one was the poor lady that was made to dress as a Wonka. Oh yeah, there he is.
Okay, that just looks like you went
What?
to one of the Halloween events.
Yes.
That looks like
God, you know what?
No. That looks like a very cheap Halloween event.
My man is trying his best, but his best is not enough.
That's another good point. We can't really knock on the performers. They're obviously giving their all with what they
And
have.
speaking of performers, the other one that went to mimetic status is the poor lady that was meant to play the Wonka.
What? No, the
And
Oompa Loompa.
The Oompa Loompa, and she looks like she's most definitely not getting paid enough for any of this. To
Wait,
her,
She is
Did
so
any of
dumb.
them get paid?
we don't know.
We
to
don't
her,
know.
To her credit, she was one of the few that tried actually interacting with the children and
I mean,
giving
that's
them
all
the
you can
promised
do in a
candy.
case like this.
Yeah.
You
But
just have to try.
You can tell that she was not aboard this shit to begin with.
I could see it.
So yeah, those two characters in particular went mimetic real quick, and people have made a shit ton of art of them
Well,
already.
I'm just hoping that people don't actually shit on them because honestly,
Oh,
it's,
they're not.
it's not actor's fault. It's
It's the
the
organization.
company.
They're just making
It's the
fun of the
organization's fault.
circumstances.
Well, no, but
Nobody
you know,
has personally
but you
attacked
know
them.
people.
It's
You know
terrible,
people,
and it's horrible.
and
I
they
know.
will automatically throw hate at anyone.
Hold on.
So.
No,
Also, real quick, Marcella Callie, she's in the chat. Hey,
Hey.
Marcella, how's it going?
Welcome, welcome.
Congratulations.
Oh my lord, how you doing? Much love to you, Marcella. Carbonite Stardust is asking me, have you guys ever played a D&D campaign written by ChatGPT? LOL.
Nope.
No, and I pray that I never do. Let's see. That's what a person that looks like what a person on acid sees.
Yeah.
Like, let me see here.
Cheap acid at that.
Looks like Warner Brothers is gonna have to send a cease and desist letter to the fake Willy Wonkas. Brandon, no, oh no, they're gonna have to send it to whoever runs the fucking website, the fucking Order of Illuminati, whatever.
The House of Illuminati. Yeah, no.
That is the worst name you could have picked for this
Okay,
project.
Yeah.
this
How
is the fucking thing. Look,
pretentious of a name.
I
No.
can't believe they couldn't even put a decent chocolate fountain. Fucking Golden House Corral had a chocolate
Golden
fountain.
Corral had
Like,
a
think
chocolate
about that
fountain.
for a second.
Yeah.
You cannot do better than Golden Corral.
Do you have any idea how terribly low that bar
The
is?
bar is in heck.
Man,
It's
there was
not
a-
even hell.
Dive
Heck.
into.
There was a time when
Di-
I actually liked Golden Corral when I was a kid.
Me too.
Okay, Angel, tell me what's wrong with this sentence.
Dive into the whimsical of Willy's Chocolate Experience. A place where chocolate dreams become reality. Book your adventure now and embark on a journey filled with wondrous creations and enchanting surprises at every turn.
Definitely enchanted surprises.
Well, that was definitely surprising.
The
Dive into the
LGBT wrote
whimsical.
that.
Into the whimsical what?
You know, the whimsical.
No, a whimsical what?
The
Whimsical
whimsical.
of nothing.
It's right there.
Also, this is another way you can tell it's AI written.
Yeah.
Yep.
Experience exclamation mark comma.
Yeah.
Fucking seriously. Your journey begins in an enchanted garden with giant double-spaced suites, vibrant blooms, mysterious-looking sculptures, and magical surprises that add an extra layer of wonder to your chocolatey experience. Navigate through peculiar but enchanting through
You
peculiar
really
but
like-
enchanting garden collecting delicious beans of all colors, shapes, and sizes. Parentheses, who knows, perhaps you might be able to grow your very own enchanting.
They really like the word enchanting.
Really were trying
Just
to lay it on
really,
thick.
really lay it on.
Okay, guys,
Enchanting.
guys,
Oh my
guys,
God. The
all
flavor
this
of ice
all this
cream.
verbiage that we just read,
It's
that
word
sounds like
vomit.
something a
It's
mumbler would
purple-
say.
No, it's purple prose.
I
Actually.
can't understand a
It's
single
word
word that
vomit.
they're saying.
Oh, by the way, there was no
vomit.
other Oompa Loompas. She was the only one.
Willy Wonka jokes.
And yeah, no, so far, hilariously, she has the positive. Everybody's basically going, yeah, no, she was busting her ass off to make this work.
Good.
She was busting her ass off so hard.
But they
As a matter-
gave her a corn chip and told her to make a 5-course meal. That shit was not gonna go.
As a matter of fact, if I saw this correctly, look, okay, you see in the photos of this nice lady, apparently she goes by the name of Kirsty Peterson. What happened with the fucking thing? Patterson. Okay, yeah. Okay, so
What the fuck?
yeah, Kirsty Patterson. This queen did her best to, with those kids, despite the shit she was in. Okay. You could see that she's got an Oompa Loompa green wig on and all this. She's trying to play nice with the children.
doing her best. She's
This
doing
is
her
the
best.
same lady behind the meth lab looking shot of just.
Think
Yeah,
of
like
the
what
first-
was that supposed to be?
I don't
That's
know.
supposed to be like the science lab where all the candies and stuff are made. You know-
It really does look
does
like a meth
not
lab.
It
look
does
like
look-
that.
No, it really doesn't. But you see, she's trying to do something. She's trying to at least
Imagine that this is going to be
engage-
the only positive experience you get out of this. There was a lady behind the counter that looked like she was making drugs, and she was the only nice person in this entire building.
Damn it!
Dear
No, there were
Lord
no
in
kids
heaven.
that turned into blueberries. 2 out of 10.
They did got turned pretty blue though.
You
Yeah,
gotta
I
be
know.
kidding me.
Dabum dee dabum da.
Dabba dee, dabba die, dabba dee, dabba die. Okay,
Ugh.
okay, this guy's bullshit. Let me see this person. Actually, okay, here's another article from Lad Bible and LED Bible. I'm gonna show you guys just how ridiculous this has gotten.
Go back. Let me see that picture real quick.
Well, hang
Wait,
on a
real
minute.
quick, hold on. Marcella, she dropped a $5
Hey.
super
Yeah,
chat.
thank you.
Woohoo!
Hey.
It's Lisa Boo's birthday!
Congratulations.
Oh, shit!
Happy birthday, Lisa, Boo.
Boo!
Treat yourself to something nice, sweet, and delicious. And for goodness sake, do not go to the Willie's Chocolate
Don't go to
Experience.
Scotland. No, yeah, go back to the article real quick.
Actually,
Let me
go
show
to
you
Scotland.
something.
I like Scotland.
Scotland's
The
nice.
rainbow is not
Scotland,
even
our
properly placed.
ancestral
Look at the
home.
rainbow. Look at the rainbow in the upper area. They couldn't even hide the cut.
Oh my lord. Okay.
You couldn't even get the door right.
They couldn't even get. This is depressing.
Incredible, dude.
Let me see over here. Quote the article: "Sexy Oompa Loompa from Shambles Willy Wonka event still hasn't been paid after
Of
heartbreaking."
course she hasn't
realization."
been paid.
Because of course she hasn't. That's
Because
some
of course
bullshit.
they didn't.
Let's see. They should hire a famous chocolatier who makes all the crazy stuff. He's literally Willy Wonka. Oh yeah, yeah. They should, but
yes.
that would actually be
Yeah,
awesome
but that guy's
and nice.
expensive.
Okay, let me see here. Josh Manier, you've probably already heard of the shambles. Let me see here. Issued an apology. The House of Illuminati charged it. Fuck you
This
guys.
whole thing is just one huge bad disaster, and it really falls on the hands of the House of the Illuminati.
A House of Illuminati, yeah.
Ugh.
Some Tesco lemonade. Oh my god, that's like I guess it's like a local brand of like pre-made lemonade and stuff that you just pour out of a jug.
You didn't think they would waste their time on making it themselves, would you?
Oh god.
Don't be silly.
Okay, so there's actually 2 Oompa Loompas because the one that we had over here, her name is what was it over here again?
Christy Peterson?
Yeah, Christy Patterson, and another one over here by the name of Jenny
Jenny
Fogarty, a
Okay.
25-year-old actor. Let me see here. Said they didn't receive their costumes ahead of time. The quote, because of how little time there was before they hired actors to the actual production, we were under the impression it was more of an interactive experience and that we were just character performers. When we arrived for a costume fitting on the Friday, there were no costumes. We were told we'd receive them the morning of the event. Jenny also revealed they were given a 15-page script to learn for a show that took place every 45 minutes and new groups coming every 15 minutes.
Wait. So they
Lord.
expected you to memorize all that literally that morning?
On the
It's
day.
not enough time
Figure
for
it
a
out.
rehearsal.
That'll be fine, though.
You probably saw the
Not
movie.
enough time.
You probably saw the
Oh my
movie
God.
once when you were a kid. That means you know the entire script. Like, the kids will be here in 5 minutes. I gotta go to the office. I got a date with a bottle
Here's
of
your
scotch. I
100
mean
page
papers.
script.
Considering the fact that apparently someone was supposed to be sucked up into a tube, that requires a lot of practices.
Yeah,
That'll be fine.
and that's not exactly something that you could just sign off on. Like,
No.
oh, hey, by the way, random child who isn't a part of this, who might
consumed by the
go ahead and
worm.
get sucked up into a vacuum. Sure, we're not gonna have any fucking liability
Yeah,
problems.
it'll be fine.
Lawsuits.
It'll be listen. It'll be
All the
fine.
lawsuits.
We'll replace the sucking tube by a lot of sucking in general.
My
Surely
lord.
this will fix all the problems. Put more AI on the picture. I want more colors. More colors.
Oh, you
Add
wanna
more
see
dots.
more AI?
More dots now.
Okay, well, you want to see more of
Look
the
at
AI
that.
stupidity? This is an eyesore. It's adorable, but it's a.
What are you supposed to look at?
This looks like the I Spy games.
Yeah.
First off,
Trying to
where's-
find things in I
First off,
Spy. That's
where
what it
the
looks
fuck is
like.
Waldo? Second, anybody who puts jelly beans on milk is a sociopath and
No,
should
no,
not be
Angel. That's
trusted.
just a regular waterfall. See, that's
Anybody who puts
Wait, no, you
milk
can't
and jelly
just say
beans
it's
in water
actual
is
water. It
insane.
has to be something else.
I'm getting Fern Gully vibes looking at this.
No, Fern Gully's good.
It's
Fern
Fern
Gully taught us
Do
to love
not
the
slander.
environment.
Do not slander Fungully.
Do
Alright,
not
fair
How
enough.
Fair enough. All right,
dare
my
you.
bad. My bad.
But
Jody Henson and Robin Williams and Tim motherfucking Curry.
They are looking down at you and just shaking.
And
their
shit.
They're not
head.
dead yet. Well, most of them anyway.
Oh, Angel said it, not me.
It's the truth. Like, one of them is looking down on me and he'll be like, hey, cut it out.
All right, but
You know he
You
would make
are
jokes
dead
about his
to
own
me.
dead.
all right, guys, we're getting off topic here. Overall, this was bad. It was doomed from the start, and a little bit of foresight on the organizers' end would have helped. It could have helped them a little bit.
Yeah.
Foresight, like canceling this whole thing from the beginning. That would have helped a lot.
Also, real quick, Planet Q's Queen's in the chat. How's it going, Planet Q's Queen? Welcome to the Ravens flock. We appreciate you. She's been in the an inner flocker here for 14 months. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
Thank you so
thank you. You are awesome.
Thank you so much, Planet Q's Queen. We appreciate your face. Hi, guys. I know I've been missing. Work is cray-cray right now with the season winding down and might be making the playoffs again. Craziness abound.
You are good. Do not worry about it. We
Congratulations.
appreciate you tuning in right now and celebrating your long membership with us.
We appreciate every single one of you guys over here. Thank
All
you so
right.
much for that.
So I think right now we can go ahead and wrap up that whole Willy Wonka crap in a bow.
Listen, you don't. There's
It doesn't
so much.
deserve a bow.
It
Throw
doesn't
it in the
deserve a
trash.
bow. This doesn't deserve a bow. It deserves trash. Look at what these guys are fucking promising.
Entertainment.
Enriching
Can I just say, throw it into the ball pit and then throw that into the trash.
And then piss into the ball.
Oh no! Look, you get to have catting.
Question:
No.
Why does that bear have a vagina?
Catting.
Why
This
does
bear appears to have a vagina.
What the? Oh my God!
Censor
Live
it.
performances.
Catch-a-tune.
Carchi tons.
Tons.
a paradise of sweet teats?
Yeah. Sweets.
No,
It's
sweet
weird.
teats, bro. Book the fucking
Lollipop.
tickets. We
No,
gotta go.
we're not booking shit.
I need an adult.
I'm sorry,
We are
but
the
guys,
adults.
anyone who knows how to spell will look at this and be like, "The fuck is this shit?"
Do you think they even bother reading this? They saw colorful
They
pictures.
AI
It's
generated
like
that.
a 4-year-old
all AI
tried
generated.
to write shit.
People barely read by default. You think they're gonna read this?
Listen,
Also,
I
wait.
read that and I cringe.
Why is there a space after the apostrophe of Willy's? There's like Willy dot and then a space and then the S. Why is that?
I wish.
What the hell is going on?
Okay, all right. Willie's chocolate
Willy.
experience. Organizer, House of Illuminati. Okay, great. Why can't I click on you, motherfuckers? You freaking thieves! No, look, media partner coming soon.
Who bets that they're gonna try and change their company name?
How much you bet
to
that?
get
Yeah,
away with
House
this?
of Illuminati is gonna do like real Illuminati and fucking vanish into thin air within a week.
Well, how much you want to bet
They're
that
gonna
after we?
rebrand themselves. They're gonna rebrand themselves.
No, how much you want to bet after we talk bad about that? They're gonna send their goons on us and then black.
What goons?
What are they
These
gonna
guys
do?
can't even afford
They
to
can't
have
hire goons.
the unknown be a proper villain.
AI generated
in the thing.
goons.
Just a cardboard cutout of one on your
Nice
side.
argument, Senator.
I
What?
think that they'll end up sending like a glitter bomb.
Oh my God.
And
Listen,
Oh boy, I got a mail order from Willy Wonka.
No, listen, these guys couldn't even afford to have a proper fucking design over there. The warehouse floor was bare. And to give you guys exactly what I'm talking about, when we were talking about the ball pit, this is what I meant with the ball pit, you silly bastards.
Oh, God.
I put it up in the friggin' chat, and I'm so sorry, but I shouldn't be, but I am. Okay, for those of you who may or may not remember the glory and horror that was DashCon.
DashCon.
Never forget what they did to us at DashCon. What
It
they
was
did
very
to you.
sad. It was very depressing.
I believe that
No,
was
it was
2013.
AKA, it was the Tumblr convention.
It was the greatest comedy of
It
all
was the
time.
Tumblr Con. Someone actually went on ahead and photoshopped the DashCon ball pit in the middle of the fucking. And you see
Piss and
that?
everything.
You see that fucking backdrop there?
They couldn't even get a full backdrop.
Yeah, you
It's-
could have
it's-
literally had it so much bigger.
They could have had it so
Listen,
much goddamn bigger.
But
and
posters are expensive.
And that's one of those like cloth poster banners that just screen printed the shit that they had on their website, Jose. It's fucking disgusting.
That's it.
That's it.
It's incredible.
Guys,
and yet
it's so
it is
immersive. Can't you just look at that and think that you're actually in the candy factory?
Congratulations, House of Illuminati. You guys are now internet famous, but for all the wrong reasons.
Like, have they ever done any other projects before this one?
No,
Wait,
until
did
now
they-
we've never.
Did they do their research and actually look at other immersive experiences?
You bet your ass they didn't.
Until now
You
we
bet
have,
your ass they did not.
guys. Until now we have not heard of this House of Illuminati organization.
What's even worse is you better believe these guys clearly didn't have enough money to actually do this shit worth a damn. And what they were looking to do was make a bunch of money and run away with it and just leave people with this garbage, just like they did at Firefest, just like the disaster that was DashCon, just like the disaster that was TanaCon almost.
And just like all the other disasters of, because this is not the first example of organizers cheating people out of an event and cutting and running away with the money.
But
No, they tried. They probably realized they couldn't, and that's why we're getting refunds even.
Yeah, no. This whole experience serves as a huge warning and a cautionary tale for everyone watching, attendees and organizers who want to put together their own events. You know, it's a good story to read on what not to do.
Again, because this has happened before. Fire Festival, for example. There always happens like this. Somebody basically makes a project with too much ambition and not enough common sense, and the people that pay for it literally end up paying for it and suffering. From fact, the Fire Festival advertisement is still on YouTube. Comments have been disabled, of course, but
What?
not only can you find it, I think that if you look hard enough in the internet, you can find the website. Still advertising you the greatest weeks of your life.
Oh my goodness.
A man was about to suck dick for fresh water. I'm not kidding. That happened.
Look, okay, listen. We all love the Willy Wonka franchise. Everyone loves it. It's endearing to our hearts. And one can hope that if someone bold enough and hopefully smart enough who wants to hold an event that's paying a homage that's inspired by the Willy Wonka Experience, Willy Wonka movies, they could take a lesson from this.
And don't do this horse shit.
You see the shit? Don't do that.
Do
This
the
is
opposite.
what is bad. Do better.
Go to that comic picture of Superman holding Batman's shoulder. Bruce, I think we're going to have to kill this guy. Damn.
Hold on. Matthew Coburn's in the chat. Hey up there, Matthew Coburn.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, hello.
Welcome to the Raves Talk. I just got a Luke's Return of the Jedi lightsaber, the version from the deleted cave.
Dope.
Whoa, shit, yeah. So,
Hey,
so
nice.
it's basically the same one that he has, except the little activator box actually pops open and you can fiddle with it. So that's awesome. That's fucking awesome. Good on you, Matthew Coburn. Guys, like, okay, we want to be able to laugh at the stupendous ridiculousness, but also recognize that these guys, these House of Illuminati motherfuckers, are clearly scamming people. And we want to be able to laugh a little bit at the ridiculousness, but the folks who went there, they paid money, they brought their kids, they got fucked over, and no one deserves to get fucked over like that.
Well, and also, I mean,
And they wasted
it's,
their time too.
It's also kids. Kids tend to remember the bad things a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, how many kids are not going to get scarred thanks to this?
Oh, they're not going to be scarred. They're just going to be really, well, let's just say they learn a harsh lesson. One that they should have learned later in life, where they were more emotionally prepared. But you know what? I might as well learn it today. And that is, don't trust everything
Well,
you
and
see.
also this, so House of Illuminati, did they do any other events like this
Let's
that,
find
are,
out.
that aren't known?
Up until now, again, we have not heard of these guys, so it's safe to assume that this is the first time that they tried their hands on it.
And it
Hang on.
crashed and burned.
I'm doing research. House of Illuminati, update company. It's a free company. Let's see when they... Yes, I'll take the cookies. Thank you. Fine, get off.
Yay, free cookies! Hey, the
Free
freaking
AI cookies.
the Willy Wonka, the
AI
Willy's
cookies.
Chocolate Experience gave us cookies.
Never mind. This is a different one. This was from the UK.
It is
Ah.
no,
Oh, it is that one.
yeah.
It is that one.
So
Got one.
that company has existed, strangely, since April 1988, and
What?
What?
Wait,
Let me look
when?
Hold on, let me look at the website. Let me
Wait,
actually
what?
check
No,
the
the,
actual-
no, I found the website that registers companies, and they found it there.
Oh dear God!
They
Wait,
have
seriously? Yeah,
one
Billy
office.
Cole. Yeah, that's him. That's the guy, Billy Cole. I
And-
remember him in the article over here.
And it looks like they genuinely have done nothing. This company existed for 35 years, and they have done nothing except
Oh
this.
my
Fuck
god!
off!
Oh my god!
You're
I'm-
You know
kidding
what?
me!
You know what?
Wait,
you know
wait,
what
wait.
this is?
How long have they existed?
Since 1988. They're as old as I am.
Oh my God, they're older. They're older than us.
You know what the best?
I'm older
You know what
than
this
the
is?
House of
I
Illuminati.
guarantee you, I know what this is. This is an LLC somebody made all the way back then for a business that went nowhere. They still kept the name, and then they decided to use it
more
now
with our lives than this company.
for this.
All right, we got to move on. This is so awful. This is so
so
bad.
terrible.
Let's go talk about more awful things instead.
I guess we gotta have to talk about more awful stuff.
All right, this is. There's really no way for us to cleverly segue into the next topic.
We
So
want to. If anyone could actually,
yeah.
if anyone would be kind. If anyone would be kind enough to help us figure out a clever segue into what we're gonna talk about.
I don't think we have.
I'm
I don't-
sorry.
Yeah.
You think this is a shit show? Time
Let's
to get
just say this
serious
is
because
not-
now it's actually a shit show.
Let's just say this is not the worst thing that happened to people standing in line this week.
All right,
Okay.
now before we get into this topic, it's important that we issue an
Disclaimer,
obligatory
please.
disclaimer.
We're about to
Big.
speak of extremely sensitive topics containing the possibility of death and the loss of life, both innocent and guilty, whatever it may be. We're also speaking of current topics regarding heavy political and national political circumstances happening on the other side of the globe that, even though they may not affect us directly, are still all the same things that are worth speaking of. Though normally we would keep this kind of thing to something like the Black Files, it happened recently, and we feel that at the end of the day, our voices have to reach somebody out there to explain that whose side we're on, and more importantly, that we suppose not the loss of innocent life.
and
Okay.
that all lives.
Thank you, Angel.
All lives matter.
All
Well,
life.
In terms of this shit.
this,
In
yes.
terms of this shit, yes.
So, yeah, this next segment, viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah,
But yeah,
this doesn't have
Angel-
much to do with pop culture, but it is something that's happening right now.
It's
Angel,
current
you actually-
events, so.
Yeah, you actually do bring up a point, Angel, because last year, I believe a couple months ago, we actually did talk about this on the Black Files, didn't we, Juan?
Yeah.
No, we actually were right here and we talked about it.
We predicted this was
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
Because it was when the war was first starting.
Yeah.
And we're
With the
talking.
festival.
And we're talking about the war happening in Israel, in the Gaza Strip, where the Israeli forces are they've fucked up
Decimating?
royally. They're decimating Gaza.
Eliminating.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, things have taken a turn for the
like
worse.
there's no nice way to say it.
It is ethnic cleansing at this point.
It is.
I
I'm
mean, like I
sorry.
said, we predicted this after the events where Gaza attacked Israel and killed a shit.
Actually, Hamas themselves.
Hamas attacked Israel, killing a shit ton of innocent people in that concert, which resulted in the hostilities and the military force being brought in. The first thing that we decided was, Israel is going to use this as an excuse to attack as many people
Well,
as possible.
that's the thing. They actually knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
Yeah,
Apparently
and they
there
did
was-
nothing.
They didn't do anything.
No, because it's
They
easy to
they
excuse.
wanted
They
to
kept it
use
quiet.
this as an excuse to start a war with them.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, as
They
an
were
excuse
just
it has
twiddling
become.
their thumbs. They were
Now-
like, "No, we're not gonna report on this."
Now, we
No."
knew this was going to happen because these two sides have been at each other's throats for over 80 years, and they do not care about the idea. This is not a war of resources. This is a war of ideology, which is the worst kind of war,
Well, also
because
resources
both
as
sides
well,
are
yeah.
convinced that only the complete extermination of the other side will make the world a better place, which means that innocents are, sadly,
They're caught
not
in the
only
middle.
not exempt, it is encouraged to kill as many innocents as possible because both sides are dehumanizing each other, and we have been witness to yet another of these horrible bloodbath tragedies. Well, again.
Now, I wanted to try to find the most impartial source for what actually happened, so I went to Reuters, and here's the headline for you guys. More than 100 killed while seeking aid in Gaza. Overall death toll passes 30,000.
30,000.
Okay,
And when did this first start?
this first started in October, and there was
So-
about
a few months now.
October, November, December, January, February.
February.
Now this is March.
How many
Uh,
months?
So
beginning-
technically 5 months.
Yeah,
5 months,
6
which
months
means that we
starting-
had approximately 6,000 deaths per month. And I guarantee you, nearly a fraction of those are non-military
And a
persons.
lot of them
no,
are
every
children.
single one of those. Yes, and actually,
Yeah, no
the
surprises there.
the tallies that have been done, over half of those the 30,000 were children.
Yeah.
Children.
No surprises.
Freaking I'm sorry. I this really
It
irritates me because these are children who have nothing to do
They
with
have
anything.
done nothing to deserve.
Oh no,
this.
they made the mistake of being born on the other side. They are not children. They are those fuckers over there. That's how
Cannon-
That's how the
in their
entire
words,
war
cannon
propaganda
fodder.
works.
Yeah, basically.
No, not even cannon
Yeah.
fodder. Remember, they are being taught to dehumanize the enemy. So on their side, the soldiers of Hamas essentially believe that whoever they kill is not human enough to be considered worthy of the classification. From their point of view, they are counting down numbers on a spreadsheet,
That
which is what
mindset
makes this whole
should
thing so
never
terrifying.
exist.
Yeah.
That mind.
No, that
It
is the
just
mentality of
baffles me
ideological
that people
war.
think that that's okay to think that way.
It never was. It never should have been. But that's how you condition a faithful soldier.
Yeah.
Teach them to believe that whoever is on the other side, it's not worthy of being considered even human, and you'll be surprised how quickly you can see how quickly the number has gone up.
Unfortunately,
This
yes.
is the worst goddamn line of all time, let me tell you.
I'm actually gonna go ahead and show y'all. Man, this fucking thing happened on Leap Day.
I know, god damn it.
Okay, let's see here. Out of Cairo from Reuters, the Cairo office. Gaza health authorities said Israeli forces on Thursday shot dead more than 100 Palestinians as they waited for an aid delivery. But Israel blamed the death on crowds that surrounded a truck, saying victims had been trampled or run over. At least 112 people were killed and more than 280 wounded in the incident near Gaza City, Palestinian health officials said. The loss of civilian lives was the biggest in weeks. Hamas said the incident could jeopardize talks in Qatar aimed at securing a ceasefire and the release of Israeli hostages it's holding. When asked if he thought it would complicate the U.S. talks, complicate the talks, U.S. President Joe Biden said, "I know it will."
Yeah, no shit.
So
No
that's-
shit, Sherlock.
That's interesting because I heard that it wasn't because people being trampled; it was because the Israeli soldiers were feeling
Froggy.
They were feeling unsafe.
Threatened. They were
Oh,
feeling
yeah.
threatened. By
Boy, it's a
that.
shame all these people are tripping over all these bullets that are just coming out of my gun. I wonder why this is happening.
And also, I'm sorry, but if anyone has been starving for so long, you're
They're
not
gonna
gonna
be
in the best
desperate.
mind. Yes.
It also means that they knew that there was going to be an aid drop here.
Yeah.
And they specifically target this area because it will have a high
Yeah.
concentration of civilians. Because in a regular war, you're supposed to aim for military outposts, take out the enemy's army. This is an extermination war. This is both sides. You know what? I'm not sure if we can call this a war when both sides are actively trying to genocide one another.
Except the civilians.
except-
The civilians
No,
just
no.
want to get out.
I'm well aware that
snap.
the average Israeli or Palestinian doesn't want anything to do with this bullshit. But their governments have decided that they have to die for their
All right,
cause.
real
I
quick.
just wanted to say hi to Daisy, the
Hello.
biggest Pisces. Hey, up there, Daisy. You missed the silly story, our headline, where we were talking about the maddening fucking Willy Wonka experience that happened in Glasgow that turned out to be a shit show. You missed the first part over here. Now we're talking about the latest updates that happened in
The
the
actual
fucking
shit show.
war
Palestine.
in Palestine between the fucking civilians of Palestinians who are being murdered by Israeli forces.
Thank you for
There's
joining
no
us.
sugarcoating that. I'm
It's
sorry.
literally murder.
It is
It is.
murder.
It's fucking murder.
Now,
There's
we're
no
not going
other
to sit
word
here
around
and
it.
pretend that every single war is clean. There have been losses
no.
on every single
No,
war.
both sides are just terrible.
Even the most civilized of wars has resulted in at least a few losses that are not wanted. But this is worse because this is deliberate. They're actively perfectly fine with wiping out an entire country of the face of the earth if it means that they get to stand upon the ashes of a million dead and say, I was right.
Mind
Because
you,
in their mind, they think they're doing the right thing.
and mind
That's
you,
how you
they
make 'em.
social media is actively hiding the news reports about everything that's going
Of
on.
course
yeah.
they are.
You want to know what's even funnier? When this news actually broke out, I actually found footage of it. Okay, the Israeli government had actually put out footage, like drone footage of their surveillance of the area,
Yep.
and
Yep.
which can pinpoint people to the letter.
Yep.
So and it shows a lot of folks crowding around these trucks, and a lot of them just falling straight down.
Yeah.
Straight
I
down.
don't know. That doesn't
Which-
look like trampling to me.
So that shows a couple things. Number one of the biggest arguments that the Israeli government had been saying is that, this is all just collateral damage. We can't help if some people get murdered and when they have surveillance equipment that lets you
Yeah.
see people right up to their nose hairs.
Yep.
So that was a fucking lie. B, we see. Wait, no, I had one. B, whatever. Fuck it. B, fucking it actually shows everyone actually literally just trying to run and to get themselves set up in line and getting knocked over, and getting knocked over, not being trampled on, knocked over, as in being shot the fuck down.
Yep.
So I don't know what the fuck kind of look they were hoping for, but the Israeli government was not standing on like the best of fucking PR stance. Like,
Nope.
see, we're totally the good guys. Take a look at how our brave soldiers are defending themselves.
Bruh.
Sure.
And now,
Yeah.
the best part is
Against
that
people who are just trying to get food.
They want food.
They're
Well,
hungry.
need
They want to
eat
eat.
in order to survive, and they are desperate for food.
And they're being punished just
And
for
now-
that?
Yeah.
Yes,
No, they're just-
because you
yeah.
dare to exist on the opposite side. How dare you
It's not
perish?
even. It's not even that. If the fucking thing of it is like, oh my god, if you even want to take the actual argument of the soldiers felt threatened, shit, like, oh no, I'm threatened by these families, these people who are clearly civilians,
Me.
with children who haven't eaten, who don't have access to fresh water anymore because
Have
they're.
you seen what they're trying to
Yeah,
eat
they
to
were
survive?
eating like
Mud cakes.
dirty water.
Yeah, dirty water and like
They were
what?
drinking
Some
seawater.
flour, some
And- yeah,
flour
flour.
stuff in there.
And
It was
then-
called. What was it called?
Oh, I
Like
don't remember.
dirty soup or something.
What's up, Angel?
And now, the best part about this is that the side that got shot, the
Palestinians.
the Palestinians, their government, or rather, the ones in charge of the afflictions and military, will use this as an excuse to retaliate with even greater force.
How? That's the big problem. How?
How
The
do they
entire
care?
the entirety of almost the entirety of the civilian task force, like the population there in Gaza,
Yep.
they've all been displaced. Over 30,000 civilians, Palestinians, have already been killed. However many fucking operatives there might have been, which we don't have an actual head count for, in the initial attack from Hamas. Remember what I said about here? These motherfuckers came in on hang gliders
Yep.
when they're going up against Israeli armed forces that has F-22 Raptors that
Yeah.
we sold them.
They were not thinking about this.
Like how are they gonna fucking fight back?
How-
There's
yeah,
no
no.
fucking
Oh,
way.
it's not a matter of how they're going to fight back, it's how much they're going to fight back before they get exterminated. Because this is a perfect opportunity to send them to fight some more. Because, oh man, look how many of your countrymen, women, and children just got mowed down like wheat. Man, it would sure suck if there was a bunch of guns left for people to use. Because when you're basically telling somebody, listen, the situation is completely hopeless. No matter what you do, you're screwed. The other side will kill you just because you exist. All you got left is guns. Do you think people are going to keep running for how long?
Well, that's the thing. They can't run.
You
They
There's
can
nowhere for
literally
them to
can't
run.
Your
run.
back
There's
is
nowhere
against
to
the
run.
wall. The enemy's on the other side. They made it clear that they hate you and they want you dead. Here's a bunch of guns. What's going to happen?
Here's the worst part. They got nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
They
there's
can't leave the Gaza Strip.
Yeah.
They're stuck. They don't have access to boats to get off of the coastline there. The Egyptian border, where it actually touches on there, is closed the fuck off.
Yeah, they don't want nothing to do with that shit.
And there's nowhere for them to go. It's basically like and the Israeli forces has actually been going from north to the south end
Yep.
of the Gaza Strip and
Sweeping.
sweeping people off.
Which means that you will have people who are cornered, desperate, hungry. They or their loved ones are about to die, and all they have is a rock and a hard place. When you give them no other choice but to fight back, they are either going to turn on each other, which will be a bloodbath, or they will try to fight back, and it will be a bigger bloodbath.
Well, see, do you remember seeing before and after
Yep.
shots of what a certain place looked like, and then
then
just
the
completely
devastation.
demolished?
What place? That place never existed.
I know.
It's got what place?
And
As
I forget how many they said hospitals actually existed in Gaza. So you wonder how many there are left?
Hospitals.
Hospitals.
What hospitals?
None.
There were never any
There's
hospitals.
None
here.
exist.
No more hospitals.
None exist.
What is
They
happening?
deliberately,
It's like-
they
Yeah.
deliberately attacked all of those hospitals.
Yeah, deliberately, because I'm sorry, it wasn't. Oh,
They attacked a hospital
has
with
been in every single-
children,
no.
with
No.
with women and children in it.
the
we
fucking
predicted this.
maternity hospital.
Worse.
We predicted this was going to happen.
With
we predicted
newborn
it. The moment that
babies.
Hamas attacked Israel, Israel basically decided, or rather the Israeli government and the military junta.
They saw it as an opportunity.
They
They're
saw it as
like,
an
hey,
opportunity.
time for us to do what we've been wanting to
Like,
do.
no, you just
for
gave us
Did
an
you
ages.
realize that the UN was trying to call for a ceasefire, and
Nobody
guess who
listens to
said
the
no?
The US.
We-
Exactly.
Nobody listens to the UN.
The
to begin
only
with.
person that did not vote was UK, but I think it's because the UK's doing.
Ironically,
They're having some other issues.
The fact that a single country can just overturn all the others speaks
I think
less
that's
about.
bullshit.
It speaks
Didn't
less
Russia
about the
say
power
yes
of the
for
US.
the
and about
Russian
how useless
Federation
the
even
UN is
said
in
yes to a
general.
ceasefire.
Yeah, the Russian
Go fucking figure.
Federation.
The fucking psycho
Yeah.
Russians, those
Yeah.
assholes, even when
They
like,
said yes to a
li- li-
be fair,
ceasefire.
though,
listen, Tovarich. This
Too
is a little
much.
too much. Saying you guys from the Ukraine, that is different. That is our country.
That
No,
is-
it's not.
Our version of too much is not your version of too much.
You know,
Right, then get over here. Anyway.
I gotta say, guys, honestly, it's good. It's really good, and it's important that we are talking about this. Like Angel said, this sort of thing is outside of our element, and we normally bring these things up on the Black Files, but it's important that we voice our opinions and we voice our concerns about this, because this is too big of a problem to ignore.
And considering how dire the situation itself has gotten, and like you mentioned earlier, Angel, how it's fucking insane how our fucking country within the UN has so much like veto power that we get to overturn
What the fuck
a
do we
fucking
even
thing
get
for
out of
a
this anyway?
ceasefire. Like, well, we get the power to say
Power to what?
It's
To
because
say, hey,
we
we
are
like this
allies
war.
with Israel. That's
no,
why.
I mean
yes.
that's it. So what that means that essentially, so that means my hypothesis was proved. The last time we talked about this, I commented that this was going to end only two ways: either both sides wipe each other out, or one side will 100% sweep over the other. And Hamas is not even in complete control of Palestine. They control a fraction of Palestine. The average Palestinian doesn't want anything to do with this shit.
Yep.
But they are basically connected by association. And that means that they have become, in the eyes of Israeli government, a clear target. And as much as I hate to admit it, as much as it pains me to be like this, I fear this war, unless some miracle occurs that forces a ceasefire, this is going to end with a complete annihilation of Palestine. Or at the very least, the country will be destroyed to such an extent that they will never recover from this.
See, you know the sad thing is, you can literally almost compare this to the Holocaust, wiping
Yeah.
out an entire.
Yeah?
population.
Just because-
Just because you don't like them.
Because you
Yeah.
dare to be too different.
Yeah.
Excuse
See,
me, is
why
that
is
different?
it that we cannot
Die.
learn from our past? Because this is bullshit.
Oh, we
Because
learned.
humanity's
Israelis learned the
stupid.
wrong lesson.
And unsurprising,
Israeli
Humanity
government
is
learned the wrong lesson.
stupid.
Now, for the record, though, we did learn our lesson. Germany
No, it-
learned their lesson. A bunch
no,
of countries
Germany
learned
learned
their
the
lesson.
lesson. Yes.
Yes.
A lot of us haven't though.
Israel basically
United States
decided,
definitely hasn't
you know
learned
what
the
we
lesson.
No, they
learned?
haven't.
We learned the wrong lesson. Next time, be throw.
No, United States learned a lesson. We're
We haven't-
bullies.
we haven't
We're
put any-
bullies.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
we
point.
are.
Actually, and it's gotten so freaking nuts that with how much this Discord has gotten around, that 3 days before that, I went ahead and as they sent me an article, and I put it up in the chat here from Reuters. 3 days before that,
Oh, yeah, that guy.
yeah,
yeah. This is an article from Reuters. The headline reads: a United States airman dies after setting himself on fire outside of the
Yeah.
embassy in apparent Gaza protest.
Yep.
That as soon as we saw that was actually 41 minutes after it happened.
Yeah.
you're shitting me, seriously?
Then when we heard about this, we're like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yes.
A U.S. Air Force airman who set himself on fire outside the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. in an apparent act of protest against the war in Gaza has died, the military and local police said on Monday. Senior Airman Aaron Bushnell, 25, a cyber defense operations specialist with the 531st Intelligence Support Squadron, died from injuries sustained in the incident. The Air Force said in a statement, quote, when a tragedy like this occurs, every member of the Air Force feels it. Air Force Colonel Selena Noyes said in a statement, we extend our deepest sympathies to our family and friends of Senior Airman Bushnell. Our thoughts and prayers... Fuck you, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah,
Or with them in
it's-
privacy. Okay, the Pentagon says it's just tragic. Yeah, they're just saying, oh, this is so tragic. You know how this could have been fucking, you know what's tragic? The fact that this shit's going on and and it's gotten so that we're numb to this.
Yeah.
So did you
Yeah.
have the one where it had a portion of basically this is a mandatory order to go there to assist
Yeah.
Yes.
the
Didn't
Israel
hold up.
forces, actually to assist. I thought the United States was not being a part of this
Didn't
shit.
a bunch of military
Yeah.
personnel basically say, no, fuck you, we're not going?
Here, this is what you're
No,
talking
it's
about. Diana.
mandatory. You have to.
Yeah. There
Damn.
it is.
Yeah, no, he literally
Right
said
there.
they make it mandatory. We have to make us complicit in this fucking conflict that technically has nothing to do with us because
Yeah.
they want
Why?
this to step up.
But why is it mandatory to go there when we said we were not going to be a part of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't the rest of the world basically
The
going
troops
that
are
we
not
should-
supposed to be a part of it.
Yeah,
No.
why are we going there? No, listen. Why are our soldiers putting themselves at risk for a conflict that we have nothing to do with?
And like that said, it said this is not America's war.
Exactly.
Okay.
In fact, isn't the rest of the world usually going that United States keeps getting in everybody's business and
Yes,
they should
yes.
pull out? We should
Because
listen.
the
We should
United
stay
States-
here.
Here's
United
the
We're
States
bullies.
loves to stick
Here's
its
the
nose
craziness
everywhere.
of it.
Exactly.
We may not have our boots on the ground, but it's our weapons that we sold to the Israeli government that is murdering them. So
Yeah, what
a
are we
lot
gonna
of
do?
our
Go pick them up?
no, that's the fucking thing. It was with us having that leverage with the Israeli government. You think that would come with the power of like, hey, motherfuckers, this is not for you to fucking do an ethnic cleansing. This is in case some other country comes in and tries to air bomb your asses.
They should have put that in the sales receipt. You sell somebody
Apparently
a gun, you don't
fucking
get
not.
to tell them what they do with it,
This
unfortunately.
is what Aaron Bushnell had actually said in his last moments.
I'll read it. Hang
Go
on
ahead,
a minute.
sir.
All right. It says here, quote, I will no longer be complicit in genocide. And he also said himself on fire, screaming, "Free Palestine!" Palestine, according to a video that was seen by Reuters.
It wasn't a slow process either. The dude went down screaming.
He was screaming, burning in agonizing pain.
Oh, by the way, according to the medical reports, he was suffering from severe psychological problems for a few years before this happened. It is implied that this was basically the tipping point that basically sent him into this...
Oh,
Downward
shit!
spiral.
Nerd
Downward
Report,
spiral.
my favorite!
Oh, hey, hello there.
Hey, up there, Nerd Report. He's over here saying that this is Biden's war. It's even worse. It's Benjamin Netanyahu's war. That's what's happening over
Once
there,
again, a bunch of rich old bastards in their fancy suits declare that a bunch of young men and women have to go die somewhere so they can remain rich.
Listen,
for a cause that they have nothing to do with.
You know when
Exactly.
people are trying to draft kids right out of high school?
Yeah.
I was like,
Nope.
Fuck
bye.
that.
Nope, I'm not getting involved in this
Listen,
shit.
it's already
Oh,
bad
but we'll
enough.
pay for your college shit. No.
Are you paying for my
Absolutely
PTSD?
not.
Not worth it.
Fun fact, a family member of mine that I know, old uncle, he's still around, I think. He did join the military previously because he was trying to get some money out of his life. The stress that he put him through caused him to drop out of training. He just didn't want it. That was not his thing. And for the next 5 months, he still experienced recurring nightmares.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, you're paying for college, right? You're paying for everything else. But that's not the point. The point is, we already stuck our business long enough by even selling guns to other countries. That's already pretty bad. This is a war. It's a terrible, destructive, horrible war that is taking countless innocent lives. But I understand if you think me heartless. This is not our war. And sending our soldiers there to fight their war for them is a waste of our time, our manpower, and our blood. We don't need that shit.
And what we need to do is just keep talking about it so more people understand that they can't just look on the news and see, oh, it's like, no, it's much worse than what they show
Angel
on the
does
news.
have a point. America does have a bad track record of getting involved in
How about we
conflicts in
take
the last
advice
20
for a
years.
while? Why don't we just take the advice of the rest of the world and we just step back and let things play out for themselves?
But it's
because of this
America.
But it's America.
America.
Yeah.
We
We're-
so
Okay,
good.
okay, it's
You
America.
know how
Great.
we're the world police, Angel. There was a whole movie about how we're the world police.
Fuck
I'm gonna do this right
yeah!
now.
Come
It's
in
America.
again.
Like
It's
this-
America. We like
like-
to sniff other people's butts all
No,
the time.
it's not sniffing other people's.
You know what
butts
the worst
driving
part is, though?
It's-
If the American
because we
forces
love to
actually...
get involved in everything.
You know what the worst part is, though? If America actually sends the armies over there with way more numbers and way more equipment, at worst, that will just turn into a 3-point war because the Israelis do not want anything to do with us, so that will just turn into more fighting on the other side.
Oh no, the Israelis have been begging and pleading, hey, send us soldiers.
Yeah,
Please
Then
send
that-
us soldiers.
then
Please
you
send
will
us
be-
soldiers.
they're allies of us.
Then it will
So-
become even worse because then you will make American troops complicit in genocide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no matter which way you look at it, sending American troops to Israeli is just going to look horrible on our side because at best, we get into a fight with the Israelis when one American soldier goes, I'm not fucking doing this. And at worst, it becomes an
Because
action.
then it would be trees.
We become complicit in genocide. I'd rather die a traitor than die a genocidal bastard.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not going there to begin with, but the point is, I know for a fact that there is the vast majority of soldiers looking at this on our country are going, no, this is fucking bullshit. Because even the most gun-ho military, shade-head, screaming fucking full metal jacket dude that we have in the army right now would look at this and go, no,
hell
this
no.
is bullshit.
Hell no, we're not doing it. Yeah,
We
no.
are not doing this. And honestly, you can try to force them, but if the majority of American military forces go, we're not fucking going, what are you going to do? Are you going to arrest the entire army?
Yeah. That's
Ow.
but that's the thing.
You want to arrest the entire
We-
army? Good fucking
They
luck. Good
need
luck.
to literally take a stand. Like, we are not,
We're not doing
doing
this.
this.
Yeah.
This is wrong. This
It's
is
been done
not
before.
what we signed up for. We're here to protect America.
Yeah. We protect our
That's
interests.
that's not
and our-
protecting.
Not kill.
Oh no,
We
but
took an
don't you
oath.
understand? If we let Israel get be bullied by people who attacked us with hang gliders and
my
improvised pipe bombs, then democracy will fall apart all over the world. Then we'll be
Our
next.
democracy is already falling apart here.
Because these guys will come after you and you
I
and
don't know.
you. Like these like.
Exterminating all those innocent men, women, and children didn't seem
But
very
don't you
democratic.
understand? They have hang gliders, Angel.
They had
They've-
I
they've
can't
hang
believe
gliders.
this.
Oh my god. All right.
No, listen,
but
while they
they have
attack-
hang gliders and they have pipe bombs that they built. We have to stop them.
Stop them from doing what? They're already dead.
We have to stop them all.
We turned them to fucking red mist in the air.
But we have to stop them all.
Sir, there is literally no more Hamas left. I'm pretty sure. Actually, is there even any Hamas left at this point?
That's the
Because
nutty
they
part.
have
that's
destroyed
the
so
crazy part,
much
yeah.
of Palestine's
killed-
infrastructure.
You-
Is there even anybody left to build that
You
country after
also
it's over?
understand
That's
that
not
they're
even the
using
whole of
vacuum
Gaza.
bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
vacuum bombs and something that is legal, white phosphorus.
I'm pretty sure Wiley Pete is still illegal, isn't it?
White
But yeah.
phosphorus is
It's illegal. It is
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to
You're
use
not
it.
supposed to
And
be
they have
using
been
defense.
using it.
And
Of course they
no,
would.
they said they didn't use it, but people have
Yeah.
videos of
No,
it.
that's the
Yeah.
thing, though. They can say all they want to, but at the end of the day, they're still doing it because nobody's stopping them. So, this conflict is going to end. It's just not going to end pretty no matter which way you
It's
look at
gonna
it.
end in a bloodbath.
All I'm saying is we should not get involved in it because it's just going to put more bodies on the pile either way.
We
But that
just
doesn't
need
mean
that
that we should stay silent and pretend
Yeah.
that it
Of
that it
course
doesn't
not.
exist.
We
we
can't
can
just
be
shut up about
involved by raising our voices against that
Yeah.
and spreading the word why this is not right.
And our military can get involved by putting their feet down and saying, we're not
Like,
doing...
we're
You know, I
not-
find it
we don't
ironic...
want to
This
do
guy,
this.
Aaron Bushnell,
I
he's
find it hilarious that media has been portraying the police as the protectors of the civil order for like 50 years and the military as the gun-ho destructive blow everything up guys. But in real life, our military has been surprisingly more level-headed than our police.
Yeah, and
The
our
military is literally the ones going, no, we're not going to shoot civilians. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yes, correct.
Can we put the military guys to
Oh my
like patrol our
goodness.
streets for a
Can-
while?
can-
Maybe they
can they
could clean
just
up some
tag out?
proper crime.
Yeah, just tag out,
Okay,
man.
hey, tag.
Jack,
Tag.
You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
you know what?
Yay.
You guys go fight
Tag.
crime in the streets.
Tag.
You guys go fight the drills.
But yeah,
Yeah.
the best we could do as American citizens is to, of course, first of all, not ignore the problem because ignoring a problem does not solve anything.
Alas.
And speak up about it. You know, but bring more awareness to it. Because as we said earlier, you know, us getting involved in world conflicts has not worked for us in the past 2 decades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it! One dude. I'm pretty sure you all know him.
I am not
the,
getting
the
that.
most trusted journalist in the entirety of America, comedian Jon Stewart. It actually mentioned it this past Monday on the Daily Show. Yes, he's back on the Daily Show, folks. And he even said, like, with the way that the Israeli government was trying to put their strategy out, like, oh no, we're going to continue this fight until it is won. He actually put out and said, like, well, if that's the strategy you guys have, we've got a banner you could use. Pointing to the old-ass Mission Accomplished banner that we put up when we first started to the war in Iraq back in 2004.
Yeah, you fuckheads kind of won already.
How that was like, oh, we won. Mission
Yeah.
accomplished. You remember that? And how it didn't fucking accomplish
Yeah.
What did it accomplish?
we got oil for
killed a
rich
shit
old
ton of-
men.
We killed a shit ton of people. We blew up half of the infrastructure of Iraq. That country will never recover. But the lights are still on.
We also
Oh.
did. What was it?
And
Completely destroyed their
And we
The
got
higher
that
ups
oil.
completely
It
Oh.
doesn't exist anymore.
destabilized everything.
Yeah, we did a fantastic job making sure. Well, we make sure that they will never do anything like 9/11 again because they will never be able to do anything at all again.
And they also, a lot of them are still very pissed off at the United States.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Of
Now
course.
they're pissed off,
I mean,
poor and
why
hungry.
wouldn't you be?
Like, listen, dude.
Listen, I'm still pissed off over this.
All right.
Zane's trying to say.
Sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, obviously this is a huge story, and we're going to continue to follow this story as it develops. And we appreciate all of you tuning in and not being assholes in the live chat about it.
Thank you for real. Like,
At the end of the day.
let me see over here. Great show. Yeah. Let's see. Matthew Coburn. Okay, I see what's up.
Yeah.
Daisy the Vegas Pisces is saying, "Yep, my man was in the army and he said it was horrible and would never encourage anyone to
Yeah, no,
join."
it's terrible.
Carbonite starters. We can be involved by boycotting and hurting their wallets. Yeah, Israeli made products. I
The
suppose.
only
Yeah.
thing is that it's only going to work if people actually stick to it.
At the end of the day,
Sure.
we're
So that's
just
the
a-
only difficult part.
There isn't much that we as individuals can do for this whole conflict, admittedly. We're just a bunch of nerds with microphones talking to an audience on the screen. As much as I wish that we could, just snap our fingers and make everything good again, we understand that this is a global issue that is far beyond the scope of anything we can understand. But every single person raising their voices in protest of this is yet another chance for us to not make it worse. Because the last thing we want to do is make things worse. Innocent people have already suffered enough. Countless innocent people are dying. Remember, 30,000 have died that we know of.
Do you remember the girl who literally burned alive in the car?
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
Tragedies like this happen constantly, and there is very little sometimes we can do. That is one of the hardest parts of acknowledging how little power the average individual has. However, we are many. And at the end of the day, governments should fear their people, not the other way around. Enough voices together can overturn a whole kingdom. So if we are the ones that have to basically put our foot down and tell our own country to go, yeah, we're not going to a pointless war, then sometimes that might be the least we can do, but at least it is something we can do. So don't do it for the sake of the moral accomplishment. Do it because you feel that is right.
All right. Now, Angel, I actually do want to turn our attention back over to the article here because there is more info to read on this.
This actually answered the question of something that we had in the back of our heads here. Jose, go ahead.
All right. The incident comes amid ongoing pro-Palestinian and pro-Israeli protests in the United States following the October 7th attack on Israel by Hamas that killed 1,200 Israelis and seized 253 hostages in a cross-border attack. Israeli forces then launched a military campaign against the Palestinian Islamist group that rules Gaza, destroying much of the coastal enclave with nearly 30,000 people confirmed killed, according to Palestinian health officials.
Nearly usually means way more than, but we're rounding down.
So if we're looking at the, like, if you wanted to be super caustic and super cynical about it, it's just numbers. Okay, 1,200 Israelis killed, as opposed to 30,000.
What's the ratio for that?
It's disgusting.
That's like a 6-to-1 ratio.
No, that's not even. Jesus God Almighty! How many times over? How many times? Oh Jesus!
Just
God.
divide them.
Yeah. Holy shit!
That is. Hang on a second. 1,200. Yeah, like 60 to something ratio. 30 to something. Jesus. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Yeah, and the worst part is that
it's a 25-to-1 ratio.
So that means that they killed 25, most likely innocent people, for every innocent person that got killed in that Guys, I'm not one to go eye for eye, but I think you got your revenge. You could have stopped at any point. But this is not about revenge.
Well, and also they still don't know how much of Hamas is still left. Too.
Yeah, there could be.
So, are you going to continue until literally bodies?
They could come in again with more hang gliders.
Yeah. With more hang gliders.
Gaza is literally going to become a graveyard, a mass
hole in
graveyard.
the ground.
Yeah.
No, it already is.
But in the end, complete mass graveyard.
Yeah, no, because they use this as an excuse. Instead of using it as an actual reason for military operations and the destruction of Hamas once and for all, they have used it to wipe out an entire country and its people of the math. Its culture, its history, its existence. They will happily with the leader. And let's be honest, if they could, they would wipe it out of the history records too. Because this is what 80 years of conflict gets you.
And can you imagine? These are people just like us. There could have been cosplayers there. Yeah. There could have been people like us who were actually sitting and sharing news. And
regular
ass people, civilians.
Like regular ass folks, regular nerds.
And they're gone.
That have absolutely nothing to do with
the worst part is the people shooting them are regular people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
the way you can turn a person into an automaton and tell them to kill, and you've trained them well enough, they will kill.
And again, it's a war crime to shoot civilians, right?
I'm sorry, what war?
This isn't
It's not a war crime if there is no war.
There's no war in Bossing State.
What war? Listen, there was a small armed conflict and, a whole country disappeared off the map. Shit happens.
Still unarmed civilians. Still not supposed to.
It's a fucking disaster, man.
It is a fucking disaster. And like I said, the best that we can do right now is to continue discussing it, of course, spread awareness about this subject. This is obviously something that we can't ignore and pretend that it's going to go away on its own, because this isn't going to go away on its own.
A lot of people just want it. We just want it to go away. It's not going to go away.
It hasn't got away for almost a century. Yeah. If anything, this is the definition of goes away. It goes away with one side completely wiping out the other and possibly hundreds of thousands of casualties. Innocent people whose entire crime was being born in the wrong place. That's all it takes. It really is that simple. Human history is filled with cases like this, unfortunately. Back in the day, it was a lot more bloody because we were using swords. Now, nothing has changed. We're just more effective in making sure that the other side gets wiped out first.
Yeah, no, the best that we can do right now is just, like I said, keep talking about this, and obviously, don't support such heinous acts. Don't support war crimes. Don't support killing civilians. Any of that crap. That's all we can do. I mean, there's not much else we can do unless we want to get dragged into it because, that has not worked for us.
Listen, if we get dragged into it, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah. Because on one side,
much worse. It's actually going to end much quicker.
All right. So with that being said,
help us out here,
man. Help us out. Well, actually, you know
Please.
what? Actually, you know what? Before we get to the next topic, you know what? Let's get a little palate cleanser. Zayana Rose, can you do me a favor and can you please
pass the cookies?
Can you please pass the cookies?
Pass
we
the
need
yum
something.
Pass the
Let me finish my nerdies, please.
Pancakes are too sweet for the pain covering my heart right now.
Does anybody want an Oreo?
I'll have one.
Hey guys,
let's
it's time
take
to go
one.
into space.
I need something to drown the pain.
Hang on. Let me get one over here for
Let me just-
Louisiana.
Grab this. Jesus, get over here.
Wow.
Yeah, grab one. Yeah, grab one for Dragon Fang Angel. Or here.
Thank
you.
you. I can grab one myself.
There you go, Jose. I got one for me and one for you. What the fuck?
What does the chat
The
say?
lids didn't want to come.
What does the chat say?
The lid was coming off of one.
God damn it! Just take it, man.
Hold on, let me take a look at the chat over here. Okay, Struggler up in the chat. He's saying, "Here's my 2 cents. This whole war is stupid."
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better. Carbonized Stardust. I just don't understand the evil in this world. Never will. You guys attempt to colonize. It's okay. LOL. Others have too. God damn.
This is not even colonization. That's the worst part.
Well, no, it's back then.
Yeah.
Back then.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, I challenge you to find a single country that hasn't done colonization at some point in their fucking history. We cannot deny that.
Basically, every single country has
I'm
a
just not
dark
gonna feel
side.
guilty about it. 'Cause
We
it's not
just
my
have
problem.
to remember there is a dark side, and we want to not go back to that.
Hell,
That's terrible.
My country did it twice. We were really good at it. Yeah, first we
He
wiped.
says it with a smile.
Yeah, like this one time, first the Spanish came in and we wiped out the Indians. To be fair though, the Indians were kind of fucking assholes. No,
No.
Whoa! Okay,
no,
let's stop right there.
not your Indians, my Indians.
Oh.
Cuban. Remember?
Okay, you have
Oh.
to. You have to.
Oh no,
Okay.
the
Talking
Indians
about
here.
East
Explain.
Indies.
No, the
Okay.
Indians here were
Okay.
fucking assholes too, but that's a different story.
The Native Americans here.
Oh yeah, they were constantly warfaring. Don't stop.
Yeah, no.
Angel.
Let's,
We're gonna
It's
put.
probably
We're gonna
not.
stop right there.
Pro-
Guys, let's get one thing straight. The noble savage doesn't exist. All right? There were people back then living by the standards of the people back then. They were not nice to each other. That's one thing that is important. But
But
in my
we were
country,
nicer
Some of them
by using
were
swords.
peaceful.
Yeah, some of them were pieces of shit. There's no denying that.
Peaceful.
There's no denying what they did
And-
to them was wrong either. But here in my country, that's the best part. We had Indians.
He's talking about Cuba.
And they were complete fucking dipshits. There were actually two specific tribes. The ones that live inland and the ones that live outland because of the sea. And because they lived in different locations, some of them were nice to one another. The vast majority were fighting each other, which is why the Spanish managed to kick their asses so easily, because they had guns and the sides could not come together due to their own ideological differences.
Ow.
Then after that, we brought in the African slaves.
Dear God.
Okay, let's
this is where
stop
you're
right
stopping.
there.
Yeah, let's stop.
This
It's
is where you're
called-
gonna stop.
It's called
Moving on.
history. Fucking learn from it. Point in case.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
but
lord.
should we really talk about it right
Yes.
now?
As
because
in,
you gotta learn
no,
it.
dude, motherfucker.
Game
Come
made
on,
it both apart. Then there was the mix-ups, and it created criollos, which became the original Cubans. Then they teamed up with the remaining
Creoles,
black
I mean.
slaves, and they went, "Yo, dog, this whole Spanish occupation, it didn't work very good for us, and it resulted in the most bloody revolutionary war in Cuban history. Countless people dying on both sides, and then the Spanish left." And then the Americans tried to come in, but then a boat exploded, and the Americans are like, "Okay, we're gonna go." There was a brief fight, which resulted into the revolution fights that lasted for a few years, and it ended with Fidel Castro walking through La Habana on the 1st of January of 1959.
Angel's
was I
going
going
over a
with this?
lot of Cuban history here.
So the point is, one thing you gotta understand is every country has dark shit that
We
happened in
just
the
try
back.
and cover it up.
You cannot deny it, no matter
Try
how
and
much you
sweep it
want
under the
to.
rug.
it's not even a matter of trying
I
to...
don't think it's a matter of sweeping. It's a matter of accepting that it happened, and you should not try to
A
feel
lot of
guilty
people
for it.
want to
Well, no,
sweep
because
that
remember,
retarded,
under the
yeah.
rug.
kids nowadays are not learning about
Yeah.
the bad stuff that happened.
That's in the
Only the
history
good
books
stuff.
right now.
They have been
trying-
rewriting them.
They've been
They're
trying to rewrite that
removing
shit.
them.
That's the
Yes.
problem.
And people are
Not
trying to
even
rewrite
showing
history.
it. Not even sharing the in the blunt way that
You
you're
know,
doing.
to
They're
try
saying
and
like,
twist
oh,
the narrative.
I'm gonna
Oh,
have
we
to
bring
look for it.
together
No.
and this shit, and these people were eating their babies, so we're going to give them democracy when it didn't exist.
I'm gonna have to read one of the
So
most
stupid.
recent books today to say what they actually are doing.
Well, you
because
do
I don't
remember
think I put
that
there.
they always keep saying, "Oh yeah, Thanksgiving was such a nice thing." No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
All right.
It
It
was
wasn't.
All right.
not.
Everyone?
That's good. But
right.
here's the thing, though. You can acknowledge that the origin of Thanksgiving was fucking terrible. Don't let it spoil the taste of your turkey. Every country is born. Every country in history has been made on the corpses of the people that used to be there before, and those people built their country on the corpses of those that came there before. The Indian tribes were established in that area because they fought off the previous ones, and the ones that came before did the same. This is not a matter of good or evil. This is a matter of the fact that human nature has grown and evolved. You cannot claim that the same people that live today would have the same standards of the people of tomorrow. Do not define yourself by the past of your predecessors, because, let's be honest, you look down enough, you're gonna find shit in the ground. That simple. Does that make sense?
Okay, that makes sense. Can,
Yeah.
Can we
All
move
right,
on?
Now let's talk about some more dark shit.
Okay, for the record, I'm gonna have to confiscate your soapbox when we're done here.
I don't have a soapbox. I can even.
You
afford
sure
to-
about that?
Yeah, it's called life.
Yeah, okay. Let's
Carbonized
Let's-
Stardust. Good and evil always have to exist. Evil is just very prevalent right now. You're right, Carbonized
So it
Stardust.
should
It's
be.
Because
Such a-
humans are made of greed.
No, humans are made of human. It's just a part of it.
Well, humans
No,
are
no,
greedy.
they're greedy though.
Well, yeah, we always have been.
That's why I said humans are
Humanity
greedy.
sucks.
No, that's the best part. I'm not kidding. Greed is good.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Not always.
Yes, it
All right,
is.
Angel,
All right,
chill.
so
No,
Juan,
we
Juan,
use greed
You're feeding it.
badly.
Well, yeah, that makes more
Yeah,
sense.
so-
Greed is good. It's how you use it that actually defines whether it's good or bad.
All right. Angel, please tell us you got some good
So
video
let me talk about how greed is bad.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about video games. Or rather, let's talk about companies that manage video games. Or rather, let's talk about companies that make video games worse. Let's talk about the recent hottest advertisement and controversy happening in the industry right now. Let's talk about Sweet Baby Inc.
Okay, so
What is
for
that?
for folks who don't know what the fuck it is,
I don't know what the fuck it is.
I don't
Angel, please
Angel,
explain
can you
it
give us a
properly.
little reference?
For context, Sweet Baby Inc. is a company that works as a referral company. They basically have been working behind the scenes of many video game companies. How it works is like this. They advertise themselves as a company that will offer you the ability to bring diversity and inclusion to the writing of your video games. Essentially, they want you to send them your video game scripts of your video game so they can take a look at it and see if it's socially acceptable. Because you don't want people to give you bad reviews because you said something bad, do you? So essentially, they are fancy moral busybodies.
Wait, so they're like beta rares? What?
Yeah. The idea is that you hire them to check your script and make appropriate changes so it feels the standards and practices and has the required level of diversity. And I'm putting quotations on diversity because it's not like the good diversity. It's the this has to happen or your game will get a bad score diversity. It's money
Says
diversity.
who?
What?
They do.
Says why?
Oh yeah, no.
No.
Recently, they have basically, it's pretty much an open secret right now that video game companies have to adhere to a certain standard of practices.
Do they?
Especially the ones in the West.
Do
in
they
particular.
really?
Yes, really.
But do they?
Yes, that's why this company exists.
However, do they?
That they do it because that is what guarantees money in the form of advertisement. Allow me to explain how this whole thing works. Whenever you make a video game, in the Western Hemisphere specifically, it has to pass through a certain level of checks, not exactly of what is good or what is bad, it's more on the lines of make sure that the game follows standards and practices and it doesn't get beyond certain lines. Originally, it was to avoid excessive violence or sex content in your video game. Yes,
They
I
mean
know.
shit that actually makes sense?
I know. It was originally supposed to be that. But as you can imagine, when you give people enough power, what happens?
Greed.
Not exactly. Well, yes, exactly. But mostly
Agreed.
is corruption, because power corrupts. And
Power
they have
trip,
gone on a power
K-Storm
trip,
said.
which has become more or less an idea of not quite, but not. We're not saying we're doing it. But if you don't give us the script of your games, you know, we might find things that are not there. We might find that your script doesn't follow the specific standards and the rulings. And if you just put that there, you know, it could be bad. Fun fact.
Could be.
Anita Sarkeesian did this. She outright was going on social media and openly telling other studios to hire her, otherwise their script might not pass the baseline and it might not get good reviews. Because if your script doesn't pass the baseline and your game is not considered qualified, then certain organizations don't get review codes, which means that your video game could be lost in the sea of video games that get released almost every single week. And Sweet Baby Inc. has been working behind the scenes on many games, essentially adjusting the writing so certain things are more in line with today's standards approves core of diversity. Now, this is where it gets funny. Almost every single game they touch has turned to crap.
Well, I wonder why.
Almost every
Maybe
single
because
game.
these guys suck at their job?
So
Now-
it's sweet baby crap now.
For the record, and according to the article, they have worked in Starfield. Yeah. Wait for it. Forspoken. Saints Row.
Oh no.
Marvel Spider-Man, which admittedly had a pretty good... Oh, wait, no, it's the Miles Morales expansion. That one was alright.
That was good.
Mortal Kombat 1, where the story's crap. Gotham Knights, where the story is crap. A bunch of other games called South of Midnight, Kingdom 80s, Shadow Gambit, Curse Crew, Dungeons & Dragons, Dark Alliance, Hyper Light Breaker, and... Well, the fact that nobody knows about those games should tell you something. And Goodbye Volcano High, which was...
Crap.
And,
Oh,
of
boy.
course, my personal favorite,
I saw that on.
Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League.
Okay, that is levels of crap that I don't want to touch, man. Like,
Now, obviously, they are not in charge of the entire
my
script.
lord.
They just tweak it. They just add, censor, remove, etc. By the way, this has just come in around the same time that a bunch of localizing companies were outright found out bragging about putting censorship in fighting games.
What?
Yeah, this is a completely different company, but this came at the same time as a localizer company, I forgot the name, went out of their way to tell you that they are responsible for why Soul Calibur doesn't have as much fan service as it does now. And they were proud of that.
Don't they know that fan
No.
service, sells?
This is also incredibly
Yeah.
fucking racist because they're basically saying, oh, those wacky Japanese, they don't know how to make a good video game because we accept it here.
They're either
Us do it for you.
they're either racist or they're allergic to money.
Well, either that or blatantly xenophobic. Actually, game journalism in general has been incredibly xenophobic to Japanese games in the last few years. So that has built a very anti-localizer sentiment, for better and worse. But now comes the power of Sweet Baby Inc. People don't like Sweet Baby Inc. Everything they touch turns to poo. So somebody decided to take a stand. And they went to Steam and they made a program called the Sweet Baby Inc. The Detector or something like that. It doesn't attack their company. They haven't insulted the company or personally doxed them or anything. It just goes, hey, this game you're buying, these are the companies that worked on it. That's all they do. That's all they tell you. It's like telling you, hey, Juan, would you like a sandwich?
Okay.
Now, Juan, I understand that this company made some really bad ham. It gave you a terrible stomachache, right?
Yeah, I don't like that company. The ham was horrible.
Yeah. So you would rather have a good sandwich.
I would like a sandwich without that particular brand of ham.
Would you like to know what companies are making the ingredients that you're putting in your sandwich just to play it safe so you
That'd
don't
be
get hurt?
nice.
Okay, Juan, here's this program. You can see what companies make the products for your cheese, lettuce, mayo, tomato, ham, beef. So, just to play it safe, we're not shitting on the company. I just want you, as the guy who buys my sandwich, to enjoy yourself. Would you like a sandwich? It's not made by the company that made the bad ham.
No, but the ham that you're using is. Sorry, buddy.
Damn!
Plot twist.
All right,
Long
let's
story
get
short,
Plot twist.
that's it. The guy basically just made a program to go, listen, these companies will screw you over. I'm not going to talk to them, but here's a list showing you what companies worked on which games, so before you buy something, you know that you're spending your money correctly.
All right, now let's get over to the article.
The creator of Sweet Baby did not take that shit like
No, it did not.
Oh, yeah!
What, are they trying to sue?
Not quite, but they're basically trying to attack the company.
Are they pitching a fit?
Oh, yes. In an article by this nerd site called The Dark Place, Sweet Baby Inc. employee Chris Kindred begged her followers to mass report not only the Steam Curator, that's what it's called, but also the creator of the Steam Curator because it tracks the games that her company is involved in. If you're unfamiliar with Sweet Baby Inc., the company's stated goal on their website is to tell better, more empathetic stories while diversifying and enriching the video game industry. We aim to make games more engaging, more fun, more meaningful, and more inclusive for everyone.
Okay, but how
Okay.
can you say that and then everything that you touch
Turns
literally
to
is
shit.
shit?
Because their idea of inclusivity is not anyone can play.
Well-
The idea of inclusivity is everyone has to play.
See, if I bought a game and it's complete trash, I don't want to buy another game that's complete trash and waste my
Yeah.
money.
Oh,
But
I
they
guess
don't
that
bel-
means you're racist then.
Well, but they don't believe that everything they create is trash. So to give them credit, they believe in their own hype.
Here's the best part though. They claim, we believe you need diverse voices to solve diverse problems. By the way, those problems exist in their fucking heads. Sweet Baby
Depends on the problem.
provides a narrative consultation at any stage of development. Any stage. Boasting a talented team with better industry experience to best bring your story to life. It also states, new and marginalized talent can change the industry if given the proper support. That is correct. We want to provide this through our outreach program. That is not correct.
For the record, the Spider-Man Miles Morales expansion in the first Spider-Man
Yeah, it's perfectly
game
fine.
and the Spider-Man Miles Morales solo game
They're
was
fun.
fine. It was awesome.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was a nice little integral until we got to
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 in the Marvel game,
Yeah.
and then we got to play as both of them in Venom.
It was fun. But here's the thing though. They didn't invent Miles Morales. Miles Morales existed a long time ago.
That's true.
What they did invent, you know what it was though?
What?
They most likely are the reason why Miles Morales' girlfriend got replaced.
Oh,
Ow.
In the comics, Miles Morales had a girl that was his girlfriend. I don't know much about her. I know that she was white. But I know that in the game, his girlfriend, conveniently, is not only the same color as him, she's deaf.
Okay, number one, I don't have an issue with there being a different character,
hmm
but at the same time, it was that necessary, though.
No, it wasn't. But we gotta put it there. Because we need it.
Do we?
Yes.
See-
Remember the Blizzard chart.
Oh, God. There was
Remember the Blizzard
score.
chart? You guys don't forget the Blizzard chart, do you? The chart that literally puts more points to the creation of characters for Overwatch based on how diverse they are. By the way, that technically means that a tall, deaf person has more points than a short, red hair. I'm not kidding. It's as stupid as it sounds.
Here's the thing. It's like
Just
we
wow.
like inclusions.
There's nothing wrong with
of
inclusion.
diversity. However, when you force it in the face, it just seems like it's
It's
shallow
obvious.
and it's like, okay, well, you're just
seems
doing this
pandering.
for points.
Oh,
from
and here's the best
everyone.
part, though.
Literally a point. It's literally an algorithmic thing.
It is an algorithm thing, which is why instead of a nice romantic story between Miles and the deaf girl, it ends with them painting a big BLM poster on the back of a, of a building. You can tell why that was there. Oh, wait, it gets better. So, the Steam curator stepped in to say, hey, you know what? Maybe this company is not good for your games, especially considering your games turn to shit. So the Steam curator, which currently has 20,000 followers, it didn't have nearly that many when this began, tracks the games that that company is involved in, and it does not recommend them to its followers. There is 18 games listed in that list that I just mentioned. In response to the curator, Chris Kindred, a narrative designer and writer at Sweet Baby Inc., called for the followers to mass report the creator, as well as the website itself. They claim that the Steam curator harassment group, Sweet Baby Inc. detected, is led by this person, Kabrut Sugrambo. The year's been trying to be slick so they don't get reported. Even with the discriminatory language file off, the group itself fails the code of conduct.
Oh my
What?
goodness.
Wow.
And then she stated, anyway, report the fuck out of this group. I'm saying fuck because she censored it. And she also added, report the creator too because he loves this account so much. Along with the Kindred post, another Sweet Baby Inc. employee, LegoBots, shared disdain for Steam creator, claiming, for example, Steam doesn't have guidelines for creators. It does have it. That would prevent someone from starting a creation group that focuses on, say, Sweet Baby Inc. and warns people not to buy games they're associated with, which would just list any game at all. By the way, the Steam does have a list for curators, so they are allowed to do that. This is 100% legal.
Oh my goodness.
This post came immediately after LegoBots accused the individuals of participating in the curator of being racist. They claim, sorry, no one thing has changed. The number of people who understand that spreading misinformation. What misinformation?
What misinformation?
We're just telling you what's there. Hey, Juan, would you like to know who made the ham?
What?
Here's who made the ham. Apparently, that's misinformation.
I know.
Oh my
I do
God.
not like that ham, people.
No, too bad. We're not telling you.
This is not the ham that I want to eat.
Just let them be racist in public. How exactly? With no consequence has increased dramatically. That has changed probably requires some fighting from those with authority.
Probably.
Probably.
Sad face. I'm like, okay, first off, where's the racism? I don't see anybody
What?
attacking people. Oh, wait! You know where the racism is?
Where?
Coming from inside the house. They deleted the post, but somebody had it. I couldn't find the screenshot, but they specifically went on record saying, it's time that we stop making games for white men.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Wow.
What?
And I'm like, why would you say that?
What?
That is incredibly discriminatory to the majority of the people who buy video games. You're being
Okay.
a dick about it.
What the hell?
Yeah, no, they
kidding
deleted
me.
that shit a long time ago, but on 4chan, base 4chan, still keeping the lost knowledge, somebody found it, and yeah, one of those two is blatantly racist. But it's okay, because they're racist against the correct skin color.
Uh-huh.
That's how they
That's
roll.
horseshit.
And of course, oh yeah, this dude, I love this guy. This guy, he used to work with the original team of World of Warcraft, and he was there when the Cyberpunk book was written. He knows the guy personally, and he basically claimed, yeah, another Sweet Baby cancel pig that is upset about people pointing out that they worked on a game on Steam. If you feel the work is good, stand by your beliefs. But if you know it's not, you will try to suppress the truth. And you know what? They were right, because if you go to the website of Sweet Baby Inc., they have conveniently deleted every single game that they ever worked on.
What?
What?
Holy
So they're getting rid of their own credit, of their
They're
own
trying
work?
to erase their own
Oh
fault
my
because
God.
they know that they are doing a bad job. They are proud
So
about
they're
the fact
trying
that
to
they're
cover
doing a
their
bad job.
tracks.
They're trying
Yeah.
to cover their asses.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my
They know that they're
You know,
basically a useless
that's
middleman whose job is to take your
ridiculous. So-
script and make it more diverse,
It's
no
almost
matter
like
what.
they're actually guilty then.
Yeah.
Because if you weren't guilty, you wouldn't be trying to hide anything.
Ain't that crazy? Oh yeah, and the best part is though, they got community noted because of
Oh.
yeah.
Hold on, seriously?
Yeah,
Hold
right,
on.
right under the Grum's comment.
Let me look at it. Let me actually look it up over here.
Ah,
Oh
there
my
it is.
god! Oh god, it's actually there.
The
Hold on.
curator uses
Uses
their
Sweet
own
Baby Steak's
website.
websites for their source.
Congratulations. Yeah, play yourself.
My sources, I made it the
Should also
fuck
be
up.
noted that Lego Butts works for Sweet Baby.
Yeah, so you're being a hypocrite and you're guilty of your own work.
Oh my
Dear
god.
grief, man.
Ken later claimed that this account is the biggest of the cancel pigs and they were working with Zoe Quinn as their PR person.
Who's Zoe Quinn?
Zoe Quinn is the lady who basically scammed thousands of people out of making a shitty video game and is responsible for the death of a man. the guy who worked in Night in the Woods, she accused him of rape with absolutely no evidence.
God, seriously?
She accused him of sexual harassment and rape with no evidence. His own family turned on him, and he took his own life.
No.
And to this day, she walked away, free of all consequence, because she basically used cancel culture to her defense, and the poor bastard had no way to prove his own innocence. But hey, just like what's that clip of The Simpsons? I don't need any evidence. Your tears say more than any evidence ever will.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, Zoe Quinn is a terrible person.
See, we could have an entire section on how that is.
Yeah, by the way,
Yes,
and on a lesser
because-
term, Zoe Quinn is responsible for basically appropriating funds, scamming backers, and making a horrible video game. So, just in case.
Jeez.
God.
Yeah. It just keeps going. It just keeps worse. Oh, and the best part is then Grums, who actually knows his stuff, shared information of Legobots admitting of performing a DDoS attack on the fine young capitalist website.
Are you kidding me?
What?
On the
Let me
very
take a
next
look
tweet. On
Yeah.
the very next tweet, he shared the information.
Where? Let me see here. Another Sweet Baby Ink's make where I need to see where you're talking about. Right
Yeah,
here.
right there.
Here it is. Here's Sweet Baby Ink's employee Lego Butts admitting to illegally DDoSing a charity event that was trying to promote women's indie devs.
What
The
the
people
fuck?
Sweet Baby Ink likes to hire.
So not only
You
are
gotta
they
be
bad
fucking
people,
kidding me.
Wait
not
a
only are they bad at
minute.
their jobs, they are also hypocrites. They claim that they are here to
Exactly.
elevate the voices of those who are not heard, but they're perfectly fine to attack those very voices the moment it doesn't suit their purpose.
You gonna be shitting me.
These people are fucking evil, bro. They
I can't
actively make
make
everything they touch bad.
It
image bigger.
says, "Oops, we DDoS something on accident,"
Yeah.
Oh,
and then they said a few
Here.
minutes later. Okay,
Sorry. Is that better to better to read
yeah,
it?
Much
Okay.
better.
Okay. There. Oops, we DDoS by accident. You're fucking kidding me. Oh my lord.
I
Hang
like
on.
how a conversation between me and Lego Butts resulted in accidentally killing an exploitive startup.
oh my
Exploitative.
God.
Yeah,
We
that's what they
exploded
say.
their site. Oh my god, us. What the fuck?
But wait,
Assholes.
there is more. Now, the other article, we don't have to touch it because I found out it's the same thing. But what we have to look in is the fact that, according to this amazing user, I'm going to send you the link of the tweets that I saved. From Sergio Leonardo Cornejo, Toxic Mexican Awur Rev II. Thank you for the information, bruh.
And Carbonite Stardust was asking, like, wait a minute, that's why my ginger people are never the main character?
I'm afraid so.
That's bullshit.
There seems to be a bizarre trend on video games that gingers and redheads get replaced by black people all
Wait,
the time.
I would like my Blood Rain, please.
Wait,
she
so-
was ginger.
Like,
Is-
you can
is
just
that
put
why
black
that,
people there. You don't have to replace the red ones.
Is that
What's
why the
point?
doctor still in ginger?
Oh.
He deserves to be ginger.
I was actually
In the
gonna.
future.
I always made a freaking joke, like, you know what? Make it the most ridiculous ginger actor you can
Yeah,
get.
why not?
You know what? Why not? What's his
the
face?
ginger.
Rupert Grint.
Yep. I'm going to send you the tweets
Yeah,
right now.
Ron Weasley, make him the next doctor.
He would do it.
It'd be
Listen,
hilarious.
I don't
He's
know.
busy
Yes,
selling
the
ice cream.
redhead.
No, he doesn't sell the ice cream. He gives it away to the
He
kids. in his
managed.
school.
Listen,
He
he's
doesn't
doing
need to
good.
sell ice cream.
He's doing good for the world. Let us not interrupt. He's genuine. What's the word? Doing good for no reward.
Altruism.
Let us not interrupt his altruism because having a big heart for the kids is the realest magic. Hey, you know what? The power of love, realest magic there is.
Right.
She got that right after all. Now, according to this username, he dropped an account saying that Sweet Baby is sending their goons to attack
Attack
the
a
pro-consumer community.
Check it. All right. So these are the screenshots
They are
from,
making bot accounts to, hey guys, let's defuse the situation.
I know this group claims is trying to kill Sweet Baby Inc., but it is exactly what will happen if you don't stop now. Not all SBI employees are as unreasonable as the one random person on Twitter. They have actual jobs and families to support. It's not like they're hurting anybody. Please consider closing the group. If you are against SBI, you are racist.
You are a
God,
racist.
really?
Oh, get out.
I told you that one was going
Seriously?
We don't even have to bother reading the whole
Second
thing.
one.
Juan.
Based in Montreal?
Hey.
In Montreal and Quebec. Jose, we can never get away from Montreal.
Montreal, Quebec,
Wow.
Canada.
Well, guess what? You're making me racist against Canadians, I
Okay,
guess?
can I reiterate what I said before?
Please.
We want to have diversity. However, if
nothing wrong
you
with it.
literally make shallow characters to just placate everyone,
Placate.
you're like, oh
Yeah.
look, see, we do care about
Yeah,
you.
it's
like,
not diversity for the
no.
sake of
Oh,
diversity.
look, we
It's the
put
sake
a
of diversity
disabled
of
person
look
here.
how much of a good person I am.
Yay.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, okay, well, that's
has to be
very
a
shallow as
reason
heck.
why.
and
Let me put it this way.
What the heck?
Let me put it this way. Miles Morales, Perfectly cool guy. No problems with Miles Morales.
Excellent character. I
He's
love
a black kid, but being black is not his whole personality.
Yeah.
In fact,
Exactly.
he's a character that actually grows. In fact, I gotta be honest with you, I like him in the games better than in the movies because the games give you more time to know more about him and his family. It builds on the guy, and hey, you don't have to like Miles Morales, but you cannot deny that he's not just there for diversity points anymore. He's
an
some
actual
dude.
character.
He works for the part.
And he learns
Oh,
as
Yeah.
the stuff
Now,
goes
you
on.
know what doesn't work? In the most recent, well, not the good one, in one Spider-Man book, they made a Spider-Girl who is disabled.
Okay.
She literally has a wheelchair.
Okay.
Yes.
No, dude, we
How
saw her
does-
in the
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Verse thing. She's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
throwing bad puns of herself being disabled
Yeah.
while whipping
See,
Miles
in
Morales'
that
ass and
movie,
Oh my
it
God.
works. In the comic, she's somehow swinging around on stilts.
Yeah.
Because you need to know that she's disabled. I'm like, you can
can
ride a
use the
disabled
stilts-
cabber well,
Yeah.
but you gotta know how to ride it because otherwise that is clown shit you're showing me there.
It's literally diversity for points.
Yeah,
Alright.
diversity
Instead
for
of,
points.
Is this something that the
We
character
want to
would
be
do?
able to relate to them
Yeah.
and them actually be their own thing. You don't need, oh, this person is blind. And look, see, they're blind. See, it shows that they're
You know what
blind.
the best
See,
part is?
yeah,
though?
no.
We have perfectly good examples way back in the day.
Yes.
You want blind? His name is Matt Murdock.
Daredevil.
Yep.
You
Daredevil.
want, you want some sick-ass black representation? His name is Blade.
His
Yeah.
name is
He
Luke
can be
Cage.
made.
His
Black
name
Panther.
Is the Black Panther, the
Yeah.
king of Wakanda.
Instead of replacing characters, make new characters.
Yeah, and
it
don't
can
just,
work.
don't just put out diversity characters just for, oh look, we're putting
Yeah.
this in because
We-
yay,
You
we
have-
wanna
want them
represent this.
to be very deep.
Yeah.
We want
Flesh
them
them
to
out.
be- yeah, flesh the characters out.
Oh, wow. I love the next one.
All right, guys,
Video
guys,
games are
Angel-
not for right-wingers.
Actually, Angel, I want to take a break for just a minute to turn our attention to the live chat. We have a comment. Space Sushi is joining us. Hey, Space Sushi.
Space Sushi, love you, sweetie.
We love you.
She's back on here. And Angel Carbonite Start is like, uh-oh. I'm Canadian. Ready's the Timbit of terror.
I
Just-
always knew this day would come. Gentlemen, we're going to war again.
No.
We have to get
come
to the
on.
border. What's happening? Are the Mexicans? Wrong border.
Wrong
Oh
border.
my God.
We have to go north. But sir, they were our friends. So
was I.
No.
They're fucking
Etc.
around. They're kidding.
All right. So,
Okay.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
yeah, I was
Thank
going
you,
to say.
Space Sushi.
So
Love you,
yeah,
honey.
we have a company that is actively going out of their way to mask their derision and hatred for the medium they work with, and they are not only basically screwing over themselves, they are screwing over proper representation, they're screwing over the video game industry and the games they work for, and of course, the second you dare to complain, you have to be racist, or a right-winger, or a knuckle-dragger, or a magaist, or whatever the hell kind of term they use. Oh, my personal favorite, I have to be a fascist. I love being called fascist from people who don't even know what fascism means.
Like the camera is just as confused. It doesn't know which way
I
to
love
go.
being called a Nazi from somebody who doesn't even know what a Nazi looks like or how they behave.
Like, you know what? His name is what's his fucking face?
Lord.
You know what I want though? I'm not gonna lie, that Hugo Boss ghetto was pretty fucking trippy.
Dude, motherfucker. We can look Hugo Boss without looking like
Hugo
that.
Boss had the
Angel,
fucking rip
motherfucker,
down.
kill.
Point in
Drop that
cases,
shit.
this company is staffed and work with like people who I don't know why they work for video games because they clearly fucking hate video games.
Clearly, Jesus, man.
If they
If they said that they have a lot of experience in this, you'd think that what they're producing would be good.
You would think so, right?
And that you want to go to them because, look, see, everything we have touched is good.
Jesus, man, this whole thing that we've been talking about makes me want to apologize to Ninja Theory for all the crap they said when they made DMC.
To be fair though,
listen, let's not say something we can't take back.
Devil's,
Ninja Theory, they suck
devil's
ass.
advocate time. Many of the changes were spearheaded by Capcom, who wanted to westernize the franchise at the time. And the one guilty of accepting and running with the changes was the director, Tamim Antoniades, who was basically, he was kind of a douchebag, honestly. He was an enormous douchebag. So, it is not entirely their fault, but this right here is entirely their fault, because they have been doing this for a while. Oh, for the record, consider the following. This is what should tell you what their work does. Saints Row is a story about being criminals. You are an over-the-top gangster man or woman who wants to make it to the top of the world in whatever the hell city this
Organized
is.
crime, whatever.
And you do not give a damn. You will use any method, any brutality, any type of violence. And hey, who cares? It's a beautiful power fantasy. You get to basically live your criminal fantasies, kicking ass, taking names, and hanging out with a crew in the schoolyard, finding trouble without ever trying too hard. One of the most iconic moments of the second game is the fact that they bragged to your face about all the horrible things you could do to people. In fact, they had commercials on TV. God, I miss that time of TV. When a man in a funny suit showed up and told you, listen, you can kill people and you can humiliate them, or you can get on that truck from the sewage company and literally spray paint shit all over their house before you kill them. You do what, basically the games emphasize freedom and absolute loose morals. You do not give a damn. You are the boss. Your nickname in games is the boss. And you killed your rival by literally kicking them alive into a shallow grave and burying them for daring to screw you over. The point in case is, Saints Row is basically the wilder cousin of GTA. Your main characters have very little in the way of morals, even less in the way of standards, and that's what makes it fun. It's like Naked Gun, but with ultra violence. The most recent game, no, we can't do that.
What?
Engaging in crimes is bad. We can't do that. So instead of
that's the point.
Instead of just wanting to be rich and powerful, we're gonna do something different. You're gonna be fighting your student debt. You're fighting the man. Also, we can have the main character actually shoot innocent civilians, so you're not even gonna do the heisting. You're gonna sit in the car while your NPC buddies do the heists for you.
What?
Yeah, the story's crap.
What's the point of that?
Yeah, the whole point of Saints Row is...
I have no words.
The whole point of Saints Row is, I want to live my criminal fantasies in this video game world, and I want to not give a shit.
Yeah, what is the
It's fun.
point of doing that if you can't do it yourself then? Yeah.
That's a very good question. Seeing as the game did so badly, it killed the studio.
All right.
So basically, these guys tweak the writing of games to feel what their standard for inclusivity and diversity
now,
is.
I really wish that we had before they touched it and then after
really
they touched it
wish
for
we
the
do.
script. That way we can see what changes they
I
made.
can give you an example.
Okay.
This is, mind you, this is a rumor, whistleblowing. Somebody had apparently somebody found the documents. Spider-Man 2. One of the big conflicts of Spider-Man 2 is the fact that Peter and his personal life are fucking falling apart. So when he gets the symbiote, he goes batshit cuckoo bananas. This leads to a really sad, heartbreaking fight where Mary Jane gets possessed by the symbiote and becomes Screech. And they get into a big fist fight where Mary Jane is just basically hurling verbal abuse at Pete because the symbiote takes all your anger and insecurity and jump jacks that shit to infinity. She doesn't really mean those words. She apologizes for that, I think. And you think, okay, now that we, move past that horrible, violent therapy session, you guys can start working on each other and fixing your relationship. And according to the original script, they were supposed to get married. In the game, that never fucking happens. It just ends on a nice conversation in their apartment hotel, and he just kind of, are we good? Yeah, we're still good. And I'm like, I was hoping there'd be more of this.
What?
It would make more sense for them to have for them to actually have a freaking integral little. I wouldn't be fine.
The wedding of Peter Parker.
No, not even
Oh
that.
my God.
No, not even that. Not even have the wedding, but actually have it end with what's his face? You have Miles swinging away in the sunset, and then after you see Pete proudly looking at him, and
you see has a ring. On his finger.
MJ's Mary Jane. She's calling him in hey Peter, you good over there? Yeah. I'll be in a minute. He pulls out the engagement ring and checks it out.
That would be nice.
That would have been nice.
Also, it is implied out there that this is the reason why Miles, ironically, gets shafted in this game by being there too much. So here's the deal.
What?
Here's where it gets hilarious.
Well, yeah.
Miles, I'll make it quick.
Real quick, please.
Miles' story, when you look at the narrative, it composes about 20% of the story.
Yeah.
20% of the story.
Uh-huh.
Poor Miles gets put to the fucking ringer because the story keeps putting him in Peter's conflicts. So they basically go, no, we gotta put Miles here, and here. But it doesn't make sense for him to be here. No,
put him there
anyway. So as a result, poor Miles ends up getting his ass kicked 3 or 4 times in fights that he really should not be in because we gotta put more Miles. Even though this is mostly a Peter story with Miles on the side, but they basically had to make it a 50-50, and as a result, Miles goes through such a fucking cavalcade of crap. By the end, I'm like, Miles, are you sure you want to take over for Peter?
I could do it.
I want to die.
Yep, that sounds like Spider-Man.
Also, they fucked up his flag.
God damn.
In his house, there's supposed to be a Puerto Rican flag. They put the Cuban flag by mistake.
Oh my goodness! Of course they did.
You guys fucked up real bad.
Wow.
All right, I think
That
that's
we can stop here. But at the end of the day, that Steam curator, you know what that is? That is customer service, because our money make this fucking machine go around, and if we don't like it, we're not gonna buy it.
Exactly.
Unlike Glitch Energy, which we will like.
And we do buy.
And we do buy.
Haha, Dubai.
Now, with that said, we have reached the end of our program, and we appreciate all of you tuning in tonight. You guys have been great in the chat, especially during the harder subjects that we've discussed.
Thank God. You guys are such sweethearts.
Now, I don't have any announcements for the month of March as of right now, so we'll do our usual plugs. Now, Angel, we took a break this week, but next week we got to find out how Juan's going to get himself out of prison, aren't we?
I know he will, because Juan is a man that does the impossible, and he will do the impossible.
While getting shot at.
Exactly.
Yes.
Next Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this beautiful channel, we will have another episode of Los Amigos Play Metal Gear Solid 1 Twin Snakes, a Hideo Kojimbo's game, where Mr. Arouse will once again engage in the complex intersectional politics of why is there a black dude dead next to me for the last 20 hours?
Also, why am I being tortured by a psychotic Russian cowboy?
Why am I being... What's your deal?
No, that's in the second.
Oh, shit,
Also, is the sniper hitting on you?
Why?
Yeah, the sniper's hitting on me. She's got a
Once
crush
again,
on me.
Juan will
I
engage...
think she's more than hitting on you.
Yeah, bro, she was 3 seconds away from grabbing your bulge. But point in case is...
She was going to grab my solid snake.
She wanted your solid snake. Point in case is, we will engage in shenanigans. We will engage in espionage and tactical action. We will engage in avoiding
peanut
sexual
gallery.
harassment from sexy
We
women
will
that want
engage
to
in the
kill you.
peanut
all
gallery.
the peanuts.
And of course, we will have peanuts because shit's gonna get nuts. Personally, I always
Peanuts.
thought you were more of an acorn, but okay, that works.
Cashew.
Wow.
Acorns are nice. I like acorns. They have caps.
No, I like crushing acorns, okay?
Well, that sounds like a personal problem. And we will see how much will Juan endure the difficulties of Metal Gear and how much will Sienna Rose deal with her horrible self-loathing. I am very sorry. I hope you recover quickly from your...
All right.
She likes crushing walnuts. There is a
Dragon
problem there.
too. Acorns.
Acorns.
Acorns, not walnuts.
And we will see how Dragon Fan has to deal with the horrible blood-curdling hatred she feels for her own flesh and blood.
All right.
Until then, I do hope you will join us because we're going to have some fun.
Yes, of course. And for any wrestling fans out there watching, tune into my program, Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube and Kick. Along with our weekly reviews of WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact, we'll also review the main event for this year's AEW Revolution.
Which is happening tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, March 3rd at the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina, which is the final match of WWE Hall of Famer, wrestling legend, and icon.
The icon.
The man known as...
Sting! Holy shit.
Sweet!
Now, after how many years? He started in 85?
1985. Nearly 40 years.
After 38 years.
Old, never obsolete.
Steve Borden, the man known as Sting, he's finally hanging up the boots, and he's doing it in the most regrettable tag match that I could ever imagine.
What do you mean?
We'll have more to discuss on that Wednesday night.
He's teaming up with
Thursday
his
night.
buddy Darby Allin against the Young Bucks.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll talk later behind closed doors. But yes, folks, we will discuss all of that Thursday night right here on YouTube and Kick. But before we get to that, we do have a program Wednesday night.
Damn right we do, and that's my program, The Black Files, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock, where we normally delve into the darker side of nerd and pop culture. And you guys notice here tonight we have a whole slew of stories, and right in the middle we had the really dark one. Usually, like Angel said, we reserve those kind of fucking stories for the Black Files because that's current events. That's something that's we want to delve deep into. You notice how long we went on the story on there. It's insane. Imagine us going that way for 90 minutes. That's kind of what we do in the Black Files. But this week we had technical difficulties because the computer was being a goddamn penis.
It was being a not-so-solid snake.
Yeah, it really was.
It wasn't doing us any solids.
No, it really wasn't. It was being rather liquid.
Damn.
Gross. Yeah, flaccid. Point is, like we actually got to review something, and considering that we're making all these Metal Gear jokes, we were reviewing the documentary of Hideo Kojima, Connecting Worlds, which like I said, it's like a nice little 1 hour piece. Like, hey, if you don't know who or what Hideo Kojima is and why he's such a big deal,
this is a good documentary to introduce you to him.
It's a better religious documentary than The Passion of the Christ when you think about it.
Yeah, The Passion of the Christ is a modern day snuff film. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but this was a proper religious experience to me because I am elevated.
I mean, it's
The only line that needs to go up is how much I worship that man's work from now on.
well, Kojima's a freaking genius. I mean, why the hell not?
He is an author. Author. How do you say that?
Auteur.
Autor? Really?
An
Like
auteur.
Spanish? Autor?
Yeah, auteur.
Auteur.
Fucking French.
Yeah, and we got to actually review it, and we even pointed out folks who reviewed it very snidely and cynically, and just laughed at their asses the whole time. So if you like delving into the darker side of nerd and pop culture, or if you like to just check out who we're talking to or what we're talking about. Request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time for the Black Files.
And of course, tune into our main show, the #1 show here on this channel, The Ravens Flock, every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, where we, the Motley Crew of Nerds, will be gathered here every Saturday night to discuss with you on the latest news and topics circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a slow week, a busy week, or even a dead week, no matter what seasons change throughout the course of the year, there's always something to discuss, and we'll be here to share with all of you. Now, once again, we do thank you all for being such awesome people in the live chat right now,
and putting up with this, how spastic the new camera.
This is new technology that we're working on.
We're still working on it over here.
This is brand new for us, and we're still working on it. And of course, everything that we've been doing here on this channel, including our improvements in technology and production quality,
Yay.
Our multiple shows, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick, our quarter annual subathons, our watch parties, our conventions attendances and interviews. Everything is all part of our determination from 2013 to make your voice our mission.
No one heard you, Zayanna. You had your mic down.
Louder, damn you!
It's okay, Juan. It's okay.
No, it's not.
With that being said, Juan, plug us away.
I will once I see here Matthew Coburn. Ric Flair's favorite drink is Woo-Tang. Carbonite Stardust. Like Jon Snow, I usually know nothing. I don't do mainstream media, LOL. Well, that's what we're here for. We help you. With a little bit of entertainment out here. Let's see, Daisy. The Vegas Pisces later, guys. Thanks for bringing us great topics. Love you guys, Lisa Boo. We love you too. Good night. Take care. Much love. Thank you, Space Sushi, Marcella Calais. And again, happy birthday to you, Lisa Boo. Much
happy birthday, Lisa Boo.
Many years of success and happiness to you.
So, folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendes, Dragonfang Cosplay, Zayanna Rose Cosplay, and yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we bring you the latest news in geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. Working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. Join us as we go live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content, become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, where is the next time? Will there ever be a next time?
I'm sorry, but Sweet Baby Inc. has decided that we have to remove that from the script.
You know what?
It's not diverse enough.
Sweet Baby Inc. can suck a nut. Continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, we are The Ravens Flock, and we are out.